Welcome to Rab Rogers Field on the campus of Ouachita Baptist University as we get ready for the home season finale as the visiting Southwest University Bulldogs have headed into Arkadelphia this weekend. See the Tigers getting ready on the field. Starting a little early today as it is senior day here in South Central Arkansas. But before we get into senior day, we're going to take a look at what happened yesterday. The Tigers and the Bulldogs played 2 games yesterday. Some other Great American Conference teams also played 2 games. Some of them just 1 game and have a doubleheader today as it is getting close to the latter half of the season for these teams. When you look at the schedule there, you see the games that were played yesterday. Besides Ouachita and Southwestern, UAM and Southeastern played a doubleheader. A big game across the street, took 10 innings, but the Reddies get the walk-off win 5-4 over the Rangers of Northwestern. Arkansas Tech takes care of Southern Nass 14-1. Big win for Harding as they continue in the top half of those GAC standings. 15-5 win at home against Oklahoma Baptist. And then ECU takes care of Harding out in Ada. And you look at elsewhere within the GAC this weekend, a lot of doubleheaders today. Obviously, not one here at Rab Rogers since we had 2 yesterday, but ECU, they had a first pitch about 35 minutes ago, and then they will have their second game following that. UAM, they look to take the series as they got Game 2 win yesterday, but lost Game 1. UAM sits atop the Great American Conference right now. 2 games in Searcy. First pitch scheduled for 1 o'clock there. And then across the street, a doubleheader. So a full day of baseball here in the Great American Conference. And when you look at the standings in the Great American Conference, it is the top 2 teams now with the new tie after yesterday being Southern Arkansas and Harding. You look at University of Arkansas Monticello at the top. Yes, they lose the game yesterday, but they still sit atop, 3-game lead over Arkansas Tech, and Arkansas Tech sits second at 17-8. And this Southern Arkansas Harding could really get interesting. Both teams being 15-10, and then Southeastern sits the only team with 14 wins in the conference. And from Henderson tied 6th down to Ouachita at now tied 10th after dropping both games yesterday, there is not a lot of separation. Only 2 games separates 11th from 6th here in the Great American Conference. You see that separator between Oklahoma Baptist and Northwestern. That is the line that you want to be above when you finish conference play. So the teams above that line advance to the conference tournament the last week in April, first week in May. The teams below that line, their season comes to an end. So you can see Southwestern and Ouachita, 2 big wins for Southwestern yesterday, 2 tough losses for Ouachita. Both teams find themselves tied for 10th in the Great American Conference. A win today for either of those teams would be big. On the Ouachita side of things, this is the last home game. It's senior day. You have a very long road stint upcoming, and so if you could kick the momentum as we get into the finishing of the season for these teams. It doesn't seem like it, but you see Ouachita right there in the pinstripes today. You'll see Southwestern later on there in the all-navy blue pinstripes. So looking forward. As we are going to take a quick break here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network. We will be back shortly here on OSDN with the Senior Day activities. So we'll be right back here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law.
Victory doesn't just happen on game day. It's earned in the sweat, the silence, the prep. No crowd, no lights, just focus. Because when something unexpected happens like an accident, you need a team that's ready. I've been fighting for clients for over 30 years. There's a reason we're still in the game. And at Taylor King Law, we don't just show up. We win. On your side, by your side. The winning side.
Hello, I'm Brett Rogers, President of Capital Technology Group. You might know us as Capital Business Machines, but our new name represents our growth as one of the state's leaders in business technology. When you've been around for 80 years like we have, you learn a thing or two about change. But what will never change is our commitment to our clients. We're still the same reliable team here to meet all your technology needs. Capital Technology Group is bigger and better than ever before. Learn more at captg.com.
Owned by Washita alumni, Java Primo Coffee House, Cafe, and more in downtown Arkadelphia is a must-stop for everyone. Stop by in the morning for fresh coffee, a specialty coffee drink, or a full breakfast. Come back at lunch, or in the evening for burgers like the Primo Burger, the pulled pork burger, or the mac and cheese burger. Maybe it's a salad, a wrap, a quesadilla, or one of our varieties of pizza. And don't forget to top it off with a sweet treat that puts the cherry on top of a great meal. That's Java Primo on Main Street in downtown Arkadelphia.
I've heard people say, "Oh, a cheetah."
Oh, Wichita.
Achita.
Oh, Wachita.
Is it pronounced Oakita?
Searching for Washita Baptist University.
Back in Texas, everybody pronounces it Wichita, but really, it's Washita.
Washita. Washita.
How would you pronounce it?
Washita.
Washita.
It's Washita Baptist University. Get it right.
It's Washita, people. It's Washita.
Washita.
At Berry & Turnage, we specialize in bringing the law to your corner. We are dedicated to understanding what results you want and to helping you understand what actions we can take on your behalf. With over 30 years of experience and a proven track record of success, Berry & Turnage is here to lead you down a path to the results you need. We will work with you every step of the way to make sure that you understand the choices you are making and feel empowered to make them. Berry & Turnage. Serious injuries require serious attorneys.
At Capital Technology Group, we make your technology our priority. There are so many threats to IT these days, and we're here to help protect your data and devices. We're also by your side when things simply go wrong, whether it's servers crashing or printers breaking. We cover it all for our clients in all types of businesses. And with over 80 years of history in Arkansas, you can trust Capital Technology Group to be your business technology partner. Sign up for a free consultation at captg.com.
We are back here in Arkadelphia. Appreciate all of our sponsors. You see team finishing up the watering down of the infield here, and kudos to the coaching staff here at Washita for the baseball team. Grab Rogers Field has looked beautiful. The grass, you see them, we get here, but it's along with the beautiful grass. It's a busy day here on campus. Hundreds of students this morning were involved in Tiger Serve Day. That was put on by the Elrod Center. Elrod Center Community Outreach here at Washita Baptist University. And it was myself included, and a lot of the OSDN crew this morning was involved in that, and then made the change into broadcast crew shirts and headed down here to Rab Rogers Field. So fun day. You can find out more about the Elrod Center and Tiger Serve Day, and you can go just Google OBU Elrod Center. It is OBU Elrod Center on Instagram and Facebook, so you go check that out. They have posted a couple things already about Tiger Serve Day. The theme this semester was Walk in Love, so service to the community of Arkadelphia and the surrounding areas. My team, we ended up cleaning out some gutters. Did a little bit.
Welcome, fans, to Rab Rogers Field here at Washita Baptist University. At this time, we invite you to turn your attention to the field for our Senior Day ceremony as we pause to honor 7 young men who are wrapping up their collegiate baseball careers. We start with senior number 1, Austin Bagnall. Austin is from Louisville, Texas. He's a 2-year letterman for the Tigers and has made 26 career pitching appearances. He is accompanied today by his parents, Jamie and Kelly Bagnall, as well as his sister, Riley. He's on pace to graduate in the fall of 2026 with a degree in criminal justice and then plans to attend law school. His favorite memories here at Ouachita include being roommates with close friends and teammates Octavio and Garrett, and also getting an at-bat against East Central and drawing a walk to end his batting career with a 1,000 OPS. Fans, let's hear it for senior Austin Bagnall. Our next senior is number 3, Cole Bedwell. Cole is from Southlake, Texas. He's a 4-year letter winner for the Tigers, and he has played in 83 games in his career. He's accompanied today by his parents, Chad and Kim Bedwell, and his grandfather, Gary Bedwell. He's on pace to graduate next month with a degree in business administration with a focus in sport management. After graduation, he will attend Texas A&M University to pursue a master's degree in sport management. His favorite memories at Ouachita are being surrounded by so many great people and building relationships that will last forever. Fans, let's hear it for senior Cole Bedwell. Next is graduate student number 4, Reese McWilliams. Reese is from Little Rock, Arkansas. He's a 3-year letterman for the Tigers and a 2-year starter. He's accompanied today by his parents, Scott and Shalina McWilliams. He graduated last year with a bachelor's degree in kinesiology and is currently pursuing a master's degree in exercise science here at Ouachita. Reese plans on becoming a baseball coach. His favorite memories here at Ouachita include bus rides, side quests with teammates and friends, and playing intramural sports. Fans, let's hear it for senior Reese McWilliams. Next is graduate student number 12, Chase Overly. Chase is from Justin, Texas. He's a 3-year letterman for the Tigers and a 3-year starting pitcher. He has earned all conference honors in both of his first 2 years here at Ouachita. He's accompanied today by his parents, Clark and Stephanie Overly, his brother Colby, his sister Alyssa White, and his fiancee, J.C. Miller. He graduated last year with a bachelor's degree in kinesiology and is currently pursuing a master's degree in exercise science here at Ouachita. His favorite memories here at Ouachita include proposing to his fiancée, playing Mafia on the bus, bluffing Bob with Joe, and watching Chili hit a hole-in-one. Fans, let's hear it for senior Chase Overly. Next is senior number 28, Braden Tucker. Braden is from Fort Worth, Texas. He's a 4-year letterman for the Tigers and has made 48 pitching appearances in his career, collecting 7 wins and a save along the way. He is accompanied today by his wife, Kimberly, and his parents, Carrie and Andrea Tucker. He will graduate next month with a bachelor's degree in history and then plans on attending the Bowen School of Law at the University of Arkansas, Little Rock. His favorite memories here at Ouachita include golf outings with his roommates, team road trips, and hanging out in the hotel. Fans, let's hear it for senior Braden Tucker. Next is senior number 31, Austin Ford. Austin is from Cypress, Texas. He's a 2-year letterman for the Tigers. He's accompanied today by his parents, Kevin and Billy Ford, and his girlfriend, Shelby Westfall. He's on pace to graduate in the fall of 2026 with a degree in kinesiology. After graduation, Austin plans on continuing his baseball career and attending physical therapy school. He credits his time here at Ouachita for creating memories he will cherish forever. Fans, let's hear it for senior Austin Ford. Next is senior number 39, Garrett Graham. Garrett is from Abilene, Texas. He's a 2-year starter for the Tigers, and he earned all conference honors last year as a junior. He's accompanied today by his parents, Jason and Rachel Graham, and his sister, Reagan. Garrett is on pace to graduate this summer with a bachelor's degree in business administration with a focus in marketing. After graduation, he plans on pursuing a career as a firefighter while also becoming an entrepreneur. His favorite memories here at Ouachita include building strong relationships with teammates and other classmates on campus. Fans, let's hear it for senior Garrett Graham.
Squeeze in just a little bit.
Fans, once again, let's hear it for the 2026 Ouachita Baseball Senior Class.
Congratulations to the class of seniors for Ouachita.
Fans, once again, welcome to Rab Rogers Field here at Ouachita Baptist University. On behalf of President Dr. Ben Sells, Director of Athletics David Sharp, and Head Baseball Coach Luke Howard, we hope you enjoyed today's Great American Conference game featuring the visiting Bulldogs of Southwestern Oklahoma State University and your Ouachita Tigers. As we prepare for today's game, here are some friendly ballpark rules and reminders. First of all, Ouachita Baptist University is a tobacco and alcohol-free campus. Use of these products is strictly prohibited anywhere on the campus grounds, including here at Rab Rogers Field.
Let Domino's cure your cravings about ordering online, calling us at 246-3131, or dropping by and seeing us on Pine Street in Arkadelphia. Join Domino's Rewards and begin earning rewards in just 2 visits. Check out our $6.99 mix and match and make the whole family happy. You might as well throw in a stuffed crust pizza, a sandwich, pasta, stuffed cheesy bread while you're at it. Check out other deals on our app or at Domino's.com.
OSDN is Ouachita's student sports media program in the Rogers Department of Communications. OSDN brings over 100 Tiger Home athletic events and other content to your devices each school year. OSDN is funded by advertising and generous gifts from supporters. If you'd like to support the students of OSDN through a tax-deductible donation, visit obu.edu/give and indicate OSDN in the provided field. If your business would like to advertise on an OSDN broadcast, email us at osdn@obu.edu. Thanks for watching, and go Tigers!
We are back here in Arkadelphia as the meeting at the plate takes place. We'll kind of set the scene for you here as Southwestern looks to get the sweep today of the Tigers. And the Tigers look to avoid the sweep. The Bulldogs came in yesterday, a doubleheader yesterday afternoon. They were able to take both games, and that brought Southwestern to above 500 on the year. They came in 19-20. They now sit at 21-20, 11-15 in Great American Conference play. Ouachita, on the other hand, the 2 losses bring them to 11-15 in GAC play, 18-21 overall. So a big game here. We took a look at the GAC standings earlier in the broadcast. Both of these teams below the elimination line as it sits right now for the Great American Conference Tournament, which will start April 30th. As we had Senior Day just a few minutes ago, 7 seniors for the Tigers. Bagnell, Bedwell, McWilliams, Oberly, Tucker, Ford, and Graham were the players honored today. We saw most of those players yesterday. Bagnell pitched a little bit. As we are just about set to get underway here at Rab Rogers Field, the season finale, and we'll pitch it over to Brian Ramsey on the public address.
The SWOSU Bulldogs, led by head coach J.R. Head. Leading off, playing center field, number 18, John Spoto. Batting second, playing third base, number 8, Landon Meyer. Batting third, designated hitter, number 9, Kotaro Wakui. Batting fourth, playing left field, number 2, Zach McCarwich. Batting fifth and catching, number 22, Rusty Wertman. Batting sixth, playing first base, number 33, Nolan McCrawson. Batting seventh, playing second base, number 23, Keaton Fisher. Batting eighth, the shortstop, number 7, Jose Mendoza. Batting ninth, playing right field, number 3, Chris Clark. The starting pitcher for the Bulldogs is number 35, Jared Adams. And now the starting lineup for your Ouachita Tigers, led by head coach Luke Howard. Leading off, playing left field, number 9, Ashton Ibarra. Batting second, playing first base, number 39, Garrett Graham. Batting third, playing center field, number 7, Jaron Caesar. Batting fourth and catching, number 16, Joseph Bolin. Batting fifth, playing shortstop, number 4, Reese McWilliams. Batting sixth, playing second base, number 3, Cole Bedwell. Batting seventh, playing third base, number 14, Reagan Yeager. Batting eighth, playing right field, number 19, Presley Nichols. Batting ninth, and the starting pitcher, number 18, Peyton Sterrett. Fans, at this time, we invite you to please rise if you are able as we pause to honor America and those who serve it with the playing of our national anthem. And just like that, we are set to play ball here at Rab Rogers Field. You see the youth individuals out there on the field. That is a 12U team. The Bucks, they are from Arkadelphia and the surrounding area. So shout out to them running out with the Tigers today here on Senior Day.
see Sterritt getting ready for his start on the mound. Sterritt comes in with a 1-3 record, 25 in a third innings pitched for him, 20 strikeouts. ERA just under 5. The defense there for Ouachita, pretty similar to what we saw yesterday, definitely in the second game. Like see Graham at first, Bedwell second. Bedwell had a pretty good day, but had a couple errors at second. At third, Yeager, Nick Williams at short, Ibarra in left, Cesar center. Nichols came on as the designated hitter in the first game, went to right field and continued and will stay there. Peyton Sterritt, 5'11", 190 freshman from Sheridan, Arkansas, product of Sheridan High School. You see that ERA just a couple ticks under 5. 20 strikeouts in 25 in a third innings. The whip 1.7 for him. We get up 18 walks in his 25 innings. So looking to see something out of Peyton Sterritt today as Ouachita looks to avoid the sweep here on Senior Day. Like I mentioned, this is the final home game for the Tigers as they will go on the road for the rest of the season. They do finish their season across the street over at Henderson here in a couple of weeks. Starters for Southwestern, pretty same lineup than what we saw yesterday. Obviously, Jared Adams going to get the start. We'll talk about him in the bottom of the first inning as he will make his appearance on the bump there. Spoto, Meyer, Wakui, McCarwich, Wortman, McCross, Fisher, Mendoza, and Clark. Very, very similar to what we saw yesterday. I find it interesting, Fisher leads the team in batting average, but bats 7th. Batting .412 in his 136 at-bats. Does have 56 hits. Does not lead the team in hits. That is Landon Meyer, but does lead the team in batting average. See Bedwell there on your left, McWilliams on your right as Sterritt warms up. Ouachita in the white pinstripes today. Pinstripe around as Southwestern has the baby blue pinstripes with the baby blue uniforms with the navy pinstripes. And we are set to get underway. As John Spoto, center fielder, will lead us off as that one misses at 103. Sunny, partly cloudy afternoon here in Arkadelphia. Spoto comes in batting .290 as he will lay off the first couple from Sterritt. That says 77 degrees. Slight breeze at 4 miles an hour, south-southeast. Wind kind of blowing in, the flag out in right center. As ahead in the count here is Spoto, 3-0. And a 4-pitch walk to start the game to the Bulldog leadoff.
Third baseman Landon Meyer.
It's the 26th walk that Spoto has drawn this season. Spoto does lead the team in stolen bases. Stolen 15 bases, only been picked off once this year. As Landon Meyer will step in. He plays third. Pickoff attempt at first, unsuccessful. Spoto gets back in time. Now I'm joined on the air by Chris Babb himself as we have our first contact of the day. McWilliams backtracks into the sun and makes the catch for the first out.
Last day of baseball at Rab Rogers Field, Dalton. It seems like the season really kind of just got started. Once you get going, it really does go quickly. And this is a little bit earlier of a senior day than we're used to seeing. Tigers will be on the road to finish the season. Peyton Sterrett, the freshman, already a couple of throws over to first. You know, these seniors want to finish like they started this season, really started the season strongly at Rab Rogers Field. Yesterday was not a great day, and they want to have a good ending to their careers at Rab Rogers Field.
Sure. Sterrett trying to keep Spoto honest at first.
Really only 2 base stealing threats in this lineup for either team. Spoto, you mentioned yesterday, 15 of 16, and then Jaron Cesar with 17 of 21 for Washita. David Bull is the other leading base stealer, but he's been had his season ended early with a hand surgery. So
you saw one of those pickoffs to Caesar happen yesterday in the latter half of the second game. Spoto a 93, nearly 94% percentage as that one is belted out and foul. Good contact there from Wakui. As Sterrett is ahead in the count here, 1-2 to the Bulldog 3-hole hitter. Wakui, a native of Japan. First college was at Seward Community College in Liberal, Kansas. Now calls Weatherford, Oklahoma home. It's a pretty interesting journey from Japan to Liberal, Kansas to Weatherford, Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Had Isaac Bourne on the air yesterday with me. We were talking, I wonder how much different Japan is from Liberal, Kansas. He fouls that one off.
Never been to either, but I can imagine there are some
yeah,
a few differences. But you can just tell he has the stereotypical, when you watch a World Baseball Classic or you watch baseball from the East, the swing, the style. You can just tell that even if you weren't watching, you can tell that where he's from by playing.
On deck for the Bulldogs, Zach McCarwich. As that one good at bat here from Wakui. 3 straight fouled off, staying alive with 2 strikes. Count is full with 1 out. So I have to see what Sterrett does here. And the 3-2, that's going to be hit straight to Ashton Ibarra out there in left field. That one kind of hung up in the air just long enough for Ibarra to get under it and keep the runner at first. So another out there for Washita. And Zach McCarwich will come to the plate. McCarwich batting .307 coming into this at bat.
It's a good pitch by Sterrett. Went on the outside. McCoy tried to go the other way with it, and initially I thought it might be in the gap, but it just kind of held up a little bit too much to give Ibarra, who was kind of shading McCoy to left center field anyway. Gave him down. Now Ibarra's playing deep in straightaway left and probably a little bit further back than we've seen most left fielders play. Cesar's playing him straight up and right field straight up as well, but Ibarra is pretty deep in left field.
Yeah, we saw a couple of hits get into the left field, almost to the wall for Southwestern yesterday, so could be a strategy thing from Coach Luke Howard trying to keep whatever is hit out into left field in front of them. Obviously, Spoto with some speed on first base could be a problem if there's a ball hit to the fence. A 7-pitch at bat for Wakui. Fouled multiple pitches off. You saw him and Sterrett just kind of battle at the end. You had you ended up having 3 foul balls in that one, and just a battle that Sterrett in the end was able to win.
The Bucks there at the left of the screen of our center field camera had their gloves ready and ready to catch that one.
See the Bucks right above the timer clock for the pitch clock. There's another foul from Carwich. Carwich, 46 hits and 36 RBIs with 7 doubles, 3 triples, and a couple homers on the season. So definitely got some power in that bat as he has run this count full. So we see another full count from Sterrett and a Southwestern hitter. That one's going to be barreled up. A great play by McWilliams. The throw not in time to Graham, but you saw Williams having to go away from first base to make that play, kind of throw off his back foot, and the ball just not able to get in time to Garrett Graham at first base.
This is a great backhanded dive because it probably kept McCooey at second base, because if that ball gets into the outfield with the speed, with being 2 outs, he was off on the contact. He was probably going to be able to get to third base, and now you keep runners at first and second, keep the force in play at any base.
Catcher Wortman up to bat here for Southwestern. Another foul there from Southwestern. We saw this yesterday and have really seen it within this first inning is the battle at the plate. Southwestern does a really good job of just fighting off pitches until they get what they like across the plate. A big wave and a miss there from Wortman.
Yesterday, Southwestern had 19 hits in the 2 games, 9 in the first game, 10 in game 1 and 9 in game 2. They had multi-hit games from the top and the bottom of the order, but the middle of that order didn't really produce a ton compared to the other. In game 1, it was the top of the order. They had a multi-hit game. In game 2, it was the bottom of the order. With that middle 4, 5, 6. Didn't get a ton done yesterday. Here's a chance here.
And that will be the first strikeout of the afternoon. Make it strikeout 21 for the freshman Peyton Sterrett on the air. As we are at the middle of the first inning, Southwestern gets a hit, but it leads nothing as the Ouachita Bats will be headed your way right after this break.
Victory doesn't just happen on game day. It's earned in the sweat, the silence, the prep. No crowd, no lights, just focus. Because when something unexpected happens like an accident, you need a team that's ready. I've been fighting for clients for over 30 years. There's a reason we're still in the game. And at Taylor King Law, we don't just show up.
We win. On your side, by your side. The winning side.
Hello, I'm Brett Rogers, President of Capital Technology Group. You might know us as Capital Business Machines, but our new name represents our growth as one of the state's leaders in business technology. When you've been around for 80 years like we have, you learn a thing or two about change. But what will never change is our commitment to our clients. We're still the same reliable team here to meet all your technology needs. Capital Technology Group is bigger and better than ever before. Learn more at captg.com.
Back in Arkadelphia as we get our first look at grad student righty Jared Adams for Southwestern, a product of Jefferson, Georgia, transfer from University of Science and Arts of Oklahoma. And you look at his stat line, Bab, and not a lot of innings for him as of late. His last 3+ inning game was in the first week of March at home against Southern Nazarene. last appearance, 1 2/3, allowed 3 earned runs, only 1 strikeout in the 11 batters he faced. What does this really tell you about Adams?
Yeah, this is his 12th appearance and only his 6th start, so he's kind of half and half coming out of the pen and from the mound. You see in the Southern Arkansas series 2 weeks ago, he pitched in 2 of those games, so those were going to be in relief. He does have the longest outing of the year back in mid-February. He went 5 innings in 2 consecutive weeks. That was a conference opener, I believe, at Arkansas Tech. So without knowing the Southwestern pitching story for the entire year, you just see that the last 5 games, he's only gone an inning and 2/3. So you wonder if this is a starter type, an opener type situation for the Bulldogs, or they're going to see if he can get back to throwing those 5 innings that he did in February.
Ibarra leads things off for the Tigers today. Ibarra, the freshman from Southlake, Texas.
He would like to have a game like he had in Game 1 yesterday. Had 4 hits in Game 1. He was 4 for 6. Did not get a hit in Game 2.
He will have a routine play over at short, and the play is made. Good charge there from Mendoza as he gets it over to McCrossan for the first out of the bottom of the first inning.
The difference in Game 1 yesterday, Dalton, was defensively, Ouachita committed 2 errors and Southwestern Oklahoma State 0. And plus Ouachita left 15 runners on base. You have that game was just a statistical anomaly. You out-hit your opponent 18-10, and you lose 6-4. You only get 4 runs off of those 18 hits, and leaving runners on base, and a couple of key errors were big.
As the third base umpire will take that one, that's going to be ruled a fair ball, and Graham will be safe down at first. And you sent me a text about this yesterday. Graham usually at DH, now first. Bull was the previous first baseman. A lot of adjusting throughout the season. You mentioned earlier in the broadcast, seniors want to finish out how they started here at Rab Rogers Field, but there's been a lot of adversity and just, it seems, thing after thing after thing for Luke Howard's squad.
Right, we got 2 of our normal starters sitting up here in the press box, and David Bull and Octavio Mendeville. Not able to play. Bull had hand surgery, and talking to Coach Howard, the day that David Bull had his hand surgery, he came back and he was here for that afternoon game, so that had a lot to say about him. But Octavio, you mentioned Garrett Graham, that did go down as I think they gave an error to the third baseman. He did try to backhand it. It went off of his glove and then off of the umpire, so they did credit Landon Meyer with an error. So as soon as I was talking about clean fielding, my apologies to the Bulldog defense, but that did go off of the glove of Meyer and then off of the umpire. It's not like the umpire robbed Graham of a double down the line or anything. Caesar. But back to the injuries, it's Mendeville, Graham, who's on first, Bull we mentioned, Cade Bowman had missed some. There's been a lot of different injuries throughout Chase Oberle missed a couple of conference starts with an oblique, and so it's been a season of just trying to figure out and mix puzzle pieces around.
Caesar strikes out there. Only his 16th strikeout on the year. So Bolin steps in now. He's behind the dish for the Tigers today, was behind the dish yesterday.
This is one who's not been injured much. Joseph has had some injuries throughout his career. It's been really neat to see him, after seeing him for 4 years, this senior season, have a good production offensively. He's been behind the plate. He's been in the right field, but just kind of one of the senior leaders on this team. You saw the seniors get recognized, and Bolin's been here for, I believe, 5 years now.
Bolin, a product of El Dorado High School down in South Arkansas, as he will hit that one high and deep into left field, but the left fielder, right place, right time, makes the catch to end the inning. So the Tigers get a hit off a fielding error of Southwestern, but doesn't result in anything. We are still knotted up at 0 here as we round up the first inning. We will be headed to the second inning right after this break.
Owned by Washita alumni, Java Primo Coffee House, Cafe, and more in downtown Arkadelphia is a must-stop for everyone. Stop by in the morning for fresh coffee, a specialty coffee drink, or a full breakfast. Come back at lunch, or in the evening for burgers like the Primo Burger, the pulled pork burger, or the mac and cheese burger. Maybe it's a salad, a wrap, a quesadilla, or one of our varieties of pizza. And don't forget to top it off with a sweet treat that puts the cherry on top of a great meal. That's Java Primo on Main Street in downtown Arkadelphia.
I've heard people say, oh, a cheetah.
Oh, Wichita.
Achita.
Oh, a cheetah.
Is it pronounced Oakita?
Searching for Washita Baptist University.
Back in Texas, everybody pronounces it Wichita, but really, it's Washita.
Washita. Washita.
How would you pronounce it?
Washita.
Washita.
It's Washita Baptist University. Get it right.
It's Washita, people. It's Washita.
Washita.
Back in Arkadelphia as Peyton Sterrett starts his second work of inning. Only allowed one
second
hit.
What?
I said work of inning.
You did.
It's the second inning of work for Peyton Sterrett. Only allowed one hit in the first inning.
A lot of words said in a baseball broadcast. You're going to say some of them wrong.
That's just kind of how it goes.
Whether you're 18 or 48, it's just going to happen.
I'll take being 18 again.
I know. I'm good. I'm good at 40. I'm good at 48. I'm good at 48. I'm not going back. I do not want to go back.
Don't want to go back 30 years?
I don't want to go back where you guys are right now. I'm good. I'm good.
Sterrett recorded his first strikeout in the first inning. He will face 6, 7, 8 here for Southwestern. And we talked about the middle half of the lineup in the last half inning for Southwestern, and McCrossan really kind of the bottom of that middle of the order for Southwestern. We'll see if he can get a hit and get on base here. He's batting .312 on the year this far. Does have 41 hits.
1 for 3 yesterday in game 1, 0 for 3 with a walk in game 2.
As he will barrel that one up for a hit into left field. Fielded out there by Ibarra.
Well, that one had some top spin on it. We saw Wakui hang up in the air. That McCrossan got around on that one, put some top spin on it, and actually had some funny spin when Ibarra was trying to field that. He went down to a knee to field it and block it, but still you could tell it had some spin on it. That one got out there in a hurry.
Keaton Fisher steps in. He does lead the team in batting average, but does not lead the team in hits, as he'll take strike one from Sterrett. And for playing at normal depth here to Fisher.
You mentioned that you went over the Great American Conference schedule that's also going on. A lot of double headers today. One of those is across the street at Henderson State, and they started at noon, and they're already in the top of the 7th. Northwestern Oklahoma State and Henderson tied at 2.
That's a big game within the Great American Conference standings when you look at that line of elimination,
right.
The line of doom, as I like to call it. The line of doom.
Maybe a little bit stout there.
Stout, but your season ends if you're below that. You have a chance to continue and go on a postseason run if you don't.
When did you create that word?
I didn't create the word.
Well, the phrase. When did you think of that line of doom?
I used it last weekend against Monticello.
Okay. That's when I was on the road.
When you were on the road coming back from Indianapolis.
Yeah. Or on the way.
On the way back from Indianapolis. No. I don't know.
Yeah.
Fisher will foul that one off.
Yeah, it is. Back to actual conversation. That is a big game. Henderson had a big win last night. They got a walk-off homer, 5-4, as Northwestern Oklahoma State had scored a run in the 10th to make it 4-3. Henderson got a runner. That was a quick move over. It looked like Sterrett might have got his cleat caught on the mound just a little bit there. Northwestern Oklahoma State scored a run in the top of the 10th. And then Henderson State got first and second on with nobody out, able to get a run, one out, but then a big home run from Tanner Ross, and it was deep center field. It was straight away center field, and it was one of those that in seeing it off the bat, you could tell, going back and watching the video last night, you could tell it had a chance, and it was straight away center field, and Clydeberry Field is not a short ballpark.
Yeah, they're going to call that strike 3. Fisher really thought he had a walk. He was headed down to first base.
Fisher had tossed the bat and was headed down and got rung up and was not expecting that one at all. Nice pitch by Sterrett to get the first out of the inning.
Sterrett 2 strikeouts in the 7 batters he's faced today.
They're really high on Peyton Sterrett coming in after this fall. You talk about the injuries. This baseball team, for those who've been watching all season, we talked at the very first couple of weekends. Finished it after Sterrett's pitch. But we talked about the first few weekends that this team, the flu went around campus a lot. Now we've got some time as Coach Howard's going to come out and talk to Sterrett in the infield. The flu went around campus, as it does most places, but it particularly hit the baseball team hard. I think Coach Howard had about 11 or 12 who were in his group chat. At one point, you were diagnosed with the flu, you went in the group chat, and then as you had the flu, and it was during conference play because the coaching staff ended up getting it, and Coach Howard, but it was during conference play, and several of those guys took a little bit longer to come back, and I think some of them missed some time, and so it was more of those puzzle pieces that the coaching staff, Luke Howard, Dave Brown, Bo Burson, Talon Heine, were trying to figure out and try to put places, because when you lose a player in baseball, you don't just lose the glove, you lose the bat as well. So you have to decide, what are we going to do? Are we going to put someone in that we know can get us maybe on base and get us going offensively? Maybe they're in a spot defensively that they're not used to.
Now it's a soft grounder, a hard play there from McWilliams as he makes the charge. That one kind of bounced off the infield grass in a weird way. Had a little bit of spin on it. McWilliams able to charge from his shortstop position and get the out. Runner does advance to second, but now 2 outs here for the Tigers as Chris Clark steps in from the 9-hole.
Great play by McWilliams to throw off his back foot, but deliver a strong throw over to Graham.
Graham pretty sure-handed first baseman. A good stretch over there from him. We saw a couple good plays from Bedwell and McWilliams to Graham yesterday in the doubleheader. Clark, a transfer from Southeast Arkansas Community College, as he will pop that one up. Ibarra calls off Cesar, and he will take that one in left center, as that will do the inning. Southwestern leaves 1 on base, and we will be back with the bottom of the second with more Tiger baseball on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law.
At Berry & Turnage, we specialize in bringing the law to your corner. We are dedicated to understanding what results you want and to helping you understand what actions we can take on your behalf. With over 30 years of experience and a proven track record of success, Berry & Turnage is here to lead you down a path to the results you need. We will work with you every step of the way to make sure that you understand the choices you are making and feel empowered to make them. Berry & Turnage. Serious injuries require serious attorneys.
At Capital Technology Group, we make your technology our priority. There are so many threats to IT these days, and we're here to help protect your data and devices. We're also by your side when things simply go wrong, whether it's servers crashing or printers breaking. We cover it all for our clients in all types of businesses. And with over 80 years of history in Arkansas, you can trust Capital Technology Group to be your business technology partner. Sign up for a free consultation at captg.com.
Back at Rab Rogers Field here in the bottom of the second inning. A little bit off script here. I mentioned Tiger served earlier in the broadcast, took up pretty much the morning. Sodexo and Campus Dining serve breakfast at 8:30. Teams left out about 9, and a team or two still working. As
I'll give you our trivia question for the day. The Capital Technology Group trivia question for the day. Tiger Serve Day is almost in it. It'll celebrate its 30th year next year. That's one clue. What was the event that started the concept of Tiger Serve Day on Ouachita's campus? There's your Capital Technology Group trivia question for the day. What event spurred on the start of Tiger Serve Day on the Ouachita campus? If you know that, you can email us at osdn@obu.edu. As Reese McWilliams pops that one up, and it's going to go out of play. osdn@obu.edu. You can hit us up on Twitter, X, at OSDN Media, Facebook. You can find Ouachita Sports Digital Network. Send us a message. Tag us in a comment. I don't have anything that you can win other than the fact that you can feel good about yourself for knowing the answer.
Yeah, feeling good about yourself knowing the answer is a pretty good reward to me.
Right. Really like to see Reese McWilliams have a good final day at Rab Rogers Field. See him with a couple of great defensive plays, that charge. Then they had a diving backhand stop. Just couldn't quite get the throw across, but caught him looking on that nice fastball, kind of mixed up the speeds. And then Adams came back with the fastball right down the middle and kind of caught McWilliams off guard.
Do you have a favorite walk-up song for the team? I'm a big fan of Black Betty for Bedwell, personally.
I can tell by the way that you tried to dance when it came on. I'm too old for walk-up songs.
They didn't have those in 19 whatever when you played?
No. I don't mind them.
I think it's fun.
Yeah, I don't mind them. I think there's an age limit, though. You probably shouldn't have them before high school.
Yeah. So you don't like the T-ball teams that got the walk-up songs? Not that those kids even know the songs, but Bedwell will ground that one foul early on that one down the third base line.
There's a fun follow on X, Matthew Kaminsky. It's at Braves Organist, and he will play a walk-up song for the opposing team's batters on the organ, and so he's always trying to find a catchy one. It's kind of a fun little follow there.
So 2-2 count here to Bedwell. That one's way inside. Bedwell batting .280 on the year. Couple doubles, 3 home runs.
Oh.
As he will take the full count pitch and sky it up. And it will be caught by McCrossan at first.
Dalton, the umbrellas have come out, and it is starting to sprinkle. It is cloudy. There are, I noticed, looks like rain clouds. Now on the forecast today, there was nothing. It was, it was a beautiful day. You could see the clouds were forming, and it started to sprinkle a light rain. It probably feels good, but that's not something we were counting on when this game started. So I may have to turn this one over to you for a second and then go take care of some cameras.
Got to take care of the equipment. Hopefully the rain might bring a cool breeze in. That would be nice. So Chris Babb going to go take care of some equipment. Obviously, equipment is expensive and shall be taken care of. But game will continue as Reagan Yeager is in the batter's box, and he will take a hack at that one and foul it off. Adams, pitcher here for Southwestern, continuing his outing. His last outing that was more than an inning or really an inning and 2/3, was March 7th against Southwestern, where he pitched 3 2/3. Ground ball up the middle, fielded cleanly there by the shortstop, flicked over to first base to end the inning. So 2 hits, no runs, and an error for Southwestern. Nothing across the board for the Tigers, as we will head to the top of the 3rd inning. 1, 2, 3 up due for the Bulldogs right after this.
Let Domino's cure your cravings by ordering online, calling us at 246-3131, or dropping by and seeing us on Pine Street in Arkadelphia. Join Domino's Rewards and begin earning rewards in just 2 visits. Check out our $6.99 mix and match and make the whole family happy. You might as well throw in a stuffed crust pizza, a sandwich, pasta, stuffed cheesy bread while you're at it. Check out other deals on our app or at domino's.com.
OSDN is Ouachita's student sports media program in the Rogers Department of Communications. OSDN brings over 100 Tiger Home athletic events and other content to your devices each school year. OSDN is funded by advertising and generous gifts from supporters. If you'd like to support the students of OSDN through a tax-deductible donation, visit obu.edu/give and indicate OSDN in the provided field. If your business would like to advertise on an OSDN broadcast, email us at osdn@obu.edu. Thanks for watching, and go Tigers!
Back at Rab Rogers Field, the top of the 3rd inning. Peyton Sterrett back on the mound. Pretty good start for him in the 2 innings. Only allowed 2 hits. Got a couple Ks on there. 41 pitches, 9 batters faced. And it will be 1, 2, 3 due up. Spoto, Meyer, Wakui due up for Southwestern.
Batting for the Bulldogs, center fielder John Spoto.
Spoto steps in. Spoto drew a walk to lead off the game for pitch walk, as that one's going to miss for ball 1. Tigers celebrating senior day here at home. Definitely not the end of their season. They have a pretty long road stint ahead of them that will start. It will actually start this week, but the first series this weekend out in Alva, Oklahoma at Northwestern. Northwestern across the street right now, battling it out with Henderson. That game last night, Bab and I talked about earlier, as that one skied high. McWilliams waves everybody off and makes the play. A straightaway shot from Tanner Ross last night walked it off for the Reddies at home. That game has big implications. That series in particular has big implications on the GAC standings. This is a big one for Ouachita. Get the momentum back, get a win, break the tiebreaker between themselves and Southwestern in the GAC standings, as Landon Meyer will step in. Ouachita's infield playing at regular depth. You see Presley Nichols in right field playing at normal depth, and out in left is the freshman Ibarra. Ibarra kind of playing back and almost shading a little bit towards left center, towards that 370 sign. That one's hit right up the middle. Sterrett fields it himself and will flick it over to Garrett Graham for the out. So 2 putouts.
Now batting the BH, Kotaro Wakui.
2 putouts here to start the inning. A pop out and a ground out. Kotari Wakui will step in. One-0 now, and the delivery from Sterrett. Sterrett really trying to work the bottom of that zone. So 2-0 now the count. as we saw some rain earlier, some sprinkles. Clouds have really formed in since first pitch. It was partly cloudy, now pretty overcast skies to a degree here in Arkadelphia. Stare at the 3-0 pitch. Gives one to Walkowee down the middle for strike one. Stare at a highly touted freshman. We mentioned the flu that went through the Ouachita team. Sterrett made a good impact when some players were out, as he will put them down in order. The ground out too short will end the inning, as we are headed to the bottom of the third. 8-9-1 due up for the Tigers right after this break.
Victory doesn't just happen on game day. It's earned in the sweat, the silence, the prep. No crowd, no lights, just focus. Because when something unexpected happens like an accident, you need a team that's ready. I've been fighting for clients for over 30 years. There's a reason we're still in the game. And at Taylor King Law, we don't just show up.
We win. On your side, by your side. The winning side.
Make Print Mania in downtown Arkadelphia your place to get embroidery, screen printing, trophies, and more. Drop by their store on Main Street or visit their website at printmaniatees.com. Need a shirt for an event? Let Print Mania take care of that. Need promotional materials for your organization? You can let Print Mania take care of that too. A family-run local business, Print Mania has been serving the area since 1992. Call Print Mania today at 870-246-3803.
Back in Arkadelphia, as Presley Nichols will step in for his first at bat today. The junior from Van Buren, product of Crowder College, was a pointer in high school. Van Buren Pointers, one of the more interesting mascots of Arkansas high school athletics. Arkansas definitely has their fair share of them, as he will swing and miss at the first pitch. Nichols only 39 at bats in this season. Nichols did have a hit yesterday in an RBI, as that one is going to be gloved by the first baseman, McCrossan. Hard hit ball there from Nick Williams, but right place, right time for the Bulldog infielder. So Peyton Sterrett will step in, batting in the 9-hole today and pitching, as he will swing on the first pitch there. Sterrett, this only is his 9th at bat of the year. Two-time All-State player at Sheridan High School. He takes that one on the inside. Count goes 2-1. Sterrett did have an at-bat yesterday. So hitters count here to the freshman. Sterrett came into pinch hit, recorded a hit and an RBI in that second game. as he will barrel that one up. Right place, right time once more for the Southwestern defense, as that one is hit directly to the second baseman, Keaton Fisher. So 2 line drives that were caught by Southwestern for the first 2 outs of this inning, and lineup flips to the top to the South Lake Carroll High School graduate, now freshman here at Ouachita, Ashton Ibarra. Ibarra had a scary collision with the wall yesterday out in right field going after a ball. Good to see him get back up from that and play today. He looks at that one outside. Tigers still looking for their first hit of the day. They got a runner on base due to a fielding error over at third, as they look to get some sense of offense going. Ibarra grounded out to short in his first at bat to lead off the bottom of the first inning. Coming into this at bat, batting .356. Righty on lefty matchup here. Ibarra kind of shaking his head at that one. Pitch spot there from Adams on the outside corner. So he'll pop that one up and foul. Giving chase there by Meyer at third. And out of play. So 2's across the board for Ibarra. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. As he will take that one the other way, and it is down for a base hit in right center. And Ashton Ibarra will put Ouachita in the hit column here in the series finale. Beautiful piece of hitting there from Ibarra. Fouled a couple pitches off. Had 2 strikes on him. Able to take that one into right center. So Graham steps up. Graham honored at Senior Day earlier today. Ibarra, 50% on the base paths for him when it comes to stealing. 6 attempts and 3 successful attempts. As Graham will take that one to short. And the routine play will end the inning. So the Tigers get a hit, but can't make anything out of it, as we are still 0-0 at the Rab. We'll be back with more right after this break.
At Capital Technology Group, we make your technology our priority. Our team of experts can become your outsourced IT department, solving problems even before you know about them. We provide and maintain everything from servers and network infrastructure to printers and digital copiers. As a family business with over 80 years of history in Little Rock, you can trust Capital Technology Group to be your business technology partner. If you're ready to get your IT in order, visit captg.com and sign up for a free consultation.
Arkadelphia's newest entertainment option is open and ready for business. Tee Time Sims brings world-class indoor golf simulators to Arkadelphia, allowing you to practice, play, and perfect your swing in a comfortable setting. Check out our Facebook page to learn about our monthly tournaments, closest to the pin showdowns and long drive battles. Learn more and book your tee time at teetimegolfarkansas.com.
Go check out Tee Time in Arkadelphia on Hollywood Road. You can go check that out. I'm a big Top Golf guy. I'm going to have to go check out Tee Time, Arkadelphia's newest attraction. Have to get the boys together and go check it out. We appreciate all of our sponsors. They make the broadcast what it is, able to have the multiple camera angles. You see replay sometimes. Definitely see it at basketball. We appreciate the continued support of the Arkadelphia community and beyond. We have sponsors from all around. We appreciate those very much. So Starrett back on the mound here as that one's fouled back. Zach McCarwich will lead things off for the Bulldogs. Bulldogs right now on a 4-game win streak. 2 of those coming yesterday. Looking ahead for the Bulldogs, they will spend Tuesday in Durant to play Southeastern Oklahoma State, and then they have a home series against the Reddies next Friday and Saturday in Weatherford. So 2-1 the count. Yesterday, McCarwich had a couple runs off a hit, had an RBI. And we will welcome our second commentator to broadcast, Jordan Green, football player here at Ouachita. And it is always a good time to talk football, but really yesterday, spring game, your first spring game for Ouachita over at Cliff Harris Stadium. What you got to say about that one?
Spring game went really well. We had a great turnout. I mean, I think it was more than TJC. TJC had 19,000 people at his school. So, yeah, we had a really good turnout. I think it went well for both sides, offense, defense, special teams. Some things to tune up before the season, but that's what spring ball is for.
It's exactly what spring ball is for, as Starrett goes high and inside on the full count. And that will be a walk issued. Catcher Wortman will step in now. Wortman batting .370. As Bolin will take a slow walk out to the pitcher's mound to talk to Starrett. Double play is in play here with a runner at first. No outs here in the top of the 4th.
A lot of full counts going on today.
Yeah, both pitchers really working with the count, Jordan. And you see definitely with the Southwest hitters, and even you saw in the last inning with Ouachita, working that count full, fouling multiple pitches off, and then really trying to get something that they can really barrel the ball and elevate the base hit. We saw 2 very well-hit balls from Ouachita in the bottom of the 3rd inning, one going to first, one going to second. Those defenders just a couple more feet over, and those are extra bases for the Tigers.
Yeah, you see SWOSU really working hard to seal the sweep, but then Ouachita also fighting back in trying not to get swept, and leave Rab Rogers just going 2-1 on the 2-day series.
So Reese Torini in the bullpen for the Tigers. He played in game 1 of the doubleheader yesterday. See him right there. Have to see what the leash is on Peyton Starrett. Obviously, this game's still knotted up at 0. Runner on first for Southwestern.
And he just got into the bullpen, I want to say 5 minutes ago, and he's already getting into a stretch, fully warming up. So you got to think that they're going to make this switch soon. Excuse me.
Torini pitched 3 innings yesterday, and I believe we may have the switch here. Luke Howard headed out to the mound. Torini pitched 3 innings yesterday, giving up 2 hits and a run. did have a couple strikeouts, came on in relief of Chase Oberly in the 7th inning. We'll have to see what Coach Luke Howard does. Coach Luke Howard in his 8th season at Ouachita. Pitching coach Dave Brown. As I don't believe we're going to have the change here to Torini. Oh, and now we will have the change, excuse me there. As that is going to do it for the freshman, Peyton Sterrett. Sterrett, 4 innings for him. And we will tell you all about Reese Torini on the other side of the break here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
Chicken Express is a proud supporter of not just the Badgers, but all things Arkadelphia, from elementary to college, and from community activities to church groups. Chicken Express is always willing to support and assist the people in our town. The next time you visit Chicken Express, thank them for their involvement in our community, and definitely don't leave without getting a cup of their Chicken E sweet tea. Located right off exit 73, stop by Chicken Express for your next meal.
Everyone's known for something. Ours is simple. At the Southwest Auto Collection and iDriveSWA.com, you get the absolute lowest price on America's best brands: Ford, Lincoln, Chevy, GMC, Buick, and Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram. The best selection and the lowest prices guaranteed. And we deliver anywhere in the state, plus tires for life. It really is that simple. Visit us today, the Southwest Auto Collection, I-30 exit 78 in Arkadelphia, or online at iDriveSWA.com.
Reese Torini on the bump now for the Tigers. Peyton Sterrett came on to start this game. Coach Luke Howard headed to the pen early here to Reese Torini. Torini, 5'11", 195, Louisiana Tech transfer, but originally from Little Rock, Arkansas. 48 2/3. First relief appearance for Torini. As you see, the 4.81 ERA, 31 strikeouts, only 16 walks, and the 48 2/3. And Torini, like I mentioned prior to the break, this is his second appearance within the series. Came on after Chase Oberly started the game and threw 6 innings. Torini threw 3 innings in the first game yesterday. So have to see what Torini can do here and really kind of see what the leash is that Luke Howard is going to have on his pitchers. You've seen in past games, you only throw a guy for an inning depending on how it goes. So Torini will inherit a runner at first base that belongs to Sterrett. His first batter will be Rusty Wortman. Wortman struck out in the first inning, the first strikeout of the game. McCarwich standing over at first, not really a base-stealing threat, but definitely have to keep an eye on him if a pitch goes wild.
Well, you saw on the graphic, 9 appearances, 9 starts, 3-4 record, allowed 71 hits. So you have to think that Torini is going to allow his defense to back him up here.
Ouachita defense, definitely some good gloves within this infield and even back into the outfield. Double play definitely in play here if a ground ball gets hit in the correct direction. And the 3-1 from Torini going to be barreled up into center. Cesar backtracking to his left, or excuse me, right, my left, and will rein that one in for the first out. Get the ball into the infield, keep McCarwich at first. So Nolan McCrossan will come in. Yesterday, McCrossan in the 2 games that we played did not record had 1 run due to a walk that he drew in the second game of the doubleheader, the 7-inning game yesterday afternoon. Had a hit in the first game. 0-1 the count here. Big wave and a miss. Great pitch there at 83 miles an hour from Reese Torini.
Yeah, you saw him with the 76 mile an hour. It seemed like to be a little bit of an off-speed pitch, and he comes back with the heat, and the batter just can't catch up to it.
Overall, right now, 2-12 from the plate for Southwestern. Torini has pitched a lot of innings at 52, 33 strikeouts. Here's the 1-2. That one's barreled up. That one going to get down in the gap in right center. And McCarwitz going to try to go first to third. The throw is cut off from McWilliams. And the Bulldogs have runners on the corners with one out.
Smart cutoff by McWilliams there, because I think if he lets that one go to third, we saw McCrossan start to get a little bit of a lead. It looked like he would have taken off and try to stretch that single into a double.
Yeah, a hard turn there from McCrossan at first. Like you said, Jordan, would lead to two runners in scoring position here with one out. So smart play there to get the ball in and just kind of settle things down for the Ouachita defense, as that one is off the glove of Garrett Graham, as that one is high, and that one strolls into right field, and that will be an RBI. We'll have to see if they count that as a hit or a that will be ruled as a hit. So an RBI single, and that will be the first run for Southwestern today.
I mean, you make that glove an inch longer, I think you have a double play ball, but just unfortunate for the Tigers.
So runners still on the corners. As that one's fouled straight back from Jose Mendoza. That was Keaton Fisher with the RBI and the last at bat. And one thing that you've seen from this Ouachita team is when the opponent does score, you want to obviously keep them to as least as you can, but those big innings have hurt Ouachita. Earlier in the week versus Henderson, they gave up 4 runs in an inning, and that just kind of give them the snowball effect, as that one is barreled up into left field. That one's down at the wall. Going to be extra bases for Jose Mendoza. Big turn, almost halfway to second, decides to come back as the runners were holding, but another run will score from third as Nolan McCrossan crosses the plate for the second run of the game, second run of the inning for Southwestern. And Southwestern starting to string some hits together for some runs, Jordan.
Yeah, you want to talk about exit velocity. I mean, that ball was hit so hard, one hops off the wall and makes it to where Mendoza can only get a single out of that base hit.
As that will be a hit by pitch to Chris Clark, and that will send him to first base, hit off his foot. So bases loaded here for Reese Torini, and we have another pitcher now warming up in the Ouachita bullpen. We'll try to get a number on him as we have time called.
I think they're challenging if it hit the plate or the box or if it hit his foot. It seemed the catcher had to go down and block that one, so the umpires are going to meet up now right in front of the mound. But like you said, I mean, SWOSU is just stacking positives, and if you're the Tigers here, you can't stack negative plays, play by play.
Yeah, I mentioned not giving up a lot of runs in an inning, so only one out. If the call stands, it will be bases loaded. If the call is overturned, Chris Clark will return to home plate. But we will have the verdict on the other side of this one. Bulldogs on a run. We'll be right back on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
Blakelytown is Arkadelphia's gathering space, perfect for weddings, receptions, parties, reunions, showers, corporate outings, and more. Easily accessible for local and out-of-town visitors, Blakelytown features both indoor and outdoor options and is customizable to fit your vision and your needs. Blakelytown is locally owned and operated and proud to serve the Arkadelphia community. Dates fill quickly, so contact Blakelytown today to reserve your space for the event of your dreams.
Back at Rav Rogers Field, still in an official review. The call on the field is that Chris Clark was hit by a pitch from Reese Torini, and he stands at first base. That one is being reviewed, and Southwestern scored 2 runs here in the inning, up to 5 hits, and is just kind of one of those innings that seems everything is going SWOSU's way. And this right here could be a big turning point. If the call stands, prime opportunity for the leadoff hitter, John Spoto, for Southwestern, as he will have bases juiced with Bulldogs and only 1 out.
Yeah, big-time moment for, what did you say, Spoto? John Spoto. All right. But also, Torini can take this time to settle in, even if the bases are loaded or if he gets another chance with
Clark at first.
With Clark in at bat, I mean, he's getting his extra pitches in, warming up. So we'll see how it goes. He had about 5 minutes to warm up, it seems like, over there in the bullpen, and now he's able to come back. And we're here looking at the replay. It looks like a little bit of a breaking ball.
Yeah, breaking ball that just kind of broke a little bit too far on the inside half. And it's going to be hard, because does it stop right there? Does it hit Clark's back foot? That is what the official review is at.
What I'm seeing, it's hitting closer to the wrist of the catcher, and it just pops off that glove. And it might have popped off and, hit him in the toe, or maybe vice versa, hits him in the toe, pops off the glove, and it rolls off the ground.
Very, very close play there at the plate. And one thing that I think should be mentioned is you have to have undisputable video evidence to overturn the call. So if it's this close of a call, the initial call is very, very important on the field. So remind our viewers, the initial call was Clark was hit by a pitch. So you have to have undisputable video evidence. The review still ongoing.
And this is a big call, because with that hit by pitch, if it stands, now you have bases loaded rather than a runner being on first and second. With that being Jose Mendoza and Keaton Fisher.
Southwestern able to string few hits together in this inning and start the scoring. As we are still in review. Chris Clark, prior to the hit by pitch, batting 250, excuse me. See Torini there, still keeping the arm warm. Tiger infield there.
I mean, you can tag out Fisher right now. He's off the bag. No, I'm playing.
Dead ball scenario, as the umpires will come back with baseball manager Samuel Gill. Shout out to Sham for his work with the baseball team. As we will now have the verdict, and they will upheld the call.
After review, the call on the field stands.
So call stands, bases loaded with Bulldogs, and Torini's got his back against the wall.
Stadium pulse moment here for Torini, and we're at the home stadium, so we'll see how he can respond here. Pitcher in the bullpen still warming up. Let's see how Torini can get out of this.
So 0-0 here, top of the lineup for the Bulldogs, as that one's outside for ball 1. And really, best scenario for Torini here is a clean double play or a strikeout, something that obviously a pop out that's short enough would not allow a run to score, as that one misses for ball 2.
Great miss by Torini there. See if you can get the batter to chase. He's been aiming on the outside part of the plate to these lefties. Let's see if any of them bite and he can force a ground ball.
Now, Torini definitely working the outside corner, and that one paints the corner for strike 1.
Count reads 2-1.
A big way to miss. Good pitch there from Torini, and really, Jordan 2-2 here. He's got a pitch to work with. He's been going low and away. We'll see if he changes the eye slot of Spoto to try to get a chase pitch up in the zone, or does he go back to that breaking ball away from these left-handed hitters? And he will go back with the breaking ball, but just misses. Run the count full. You have to think that's his chase pitch, definitely to lefties, as that breaking ball just continues to break away as it comes through the zone. And the 3-2, that will be strike three, and that right there starts to swing the momentum Ouachita's way. Obviously still another out to get in this inning, but massive strikeout there for Reese Torini.
Yeah, I mean, that's a big-time strikeout. Now you don't have to force the double play ball. You can get a pop-up, no chance for a sac fly or really a sac bunt. So now the defense can play more comfortably, knowing they only have to get one out as that one's fouled off. But you're talking about the setup. I mean, you're 2-1, and you throw that breaking ball that you were hoping to get Clark to bite on, and it just lands dead center when he's thinking it's going to go lower. The swing was really underneath that breaking ball, and then he comes back with the heat. Unfortunately, couldn't get him to bite, but, I mean, he showed that he was a warrior on the mound, and he was able to come back and then finish him off with the strikeout.
Ahead in the count here, 0-2, so definitely got something to work with. Goes high there. We'll have to see. He's 1-2. Torini's pitch is that breaking ball.
Yeah.
He definitely could go. It will be on the inside to right-handed hitter Landon Meyer. And he continues to go high there, and he was ahead in the count 0-2, so you've got a couple pitches to play with per se, to see what Torini wants to do here. Got the defense set up at normal depth behind him. Joseph Bolin behind the plate. And the 2-2, that one's going to be fouled off.
Yeah, Torini definitely likes his off-speed and the breaking ball. I mean, as a kid, you can tell his pride was his curveball. You know, you think about kids playing football in the backyard, it was always the Odell catch. And he gets a swing and a miss, and
that's a big strikeout there.
That's a big-time strikeout.
That is a big strikeout. Dogs leave them loaded here in the top of the fourth inning. Torini finds himself in a jam, but he will get out of it. As you see, Cesar Bolin, Mick Williams due up on the bottom of the fourth inning here at Rab Rogers Field on the campus of Ouachita Baptist University.
Victory doesn't just happen on game day. It's earned in the sweat, the silence, the prep. No crowd, no lights, just focus. Because when something unexpected happens like an accident, you need a team that's ready. I've been fighting for clients for over 30 years. There's a reason we're still in the game. And at Taylor King Law, we don't just show up.
We win. On your side, by your side. The winning side.
Turner Rogers Manning & Plyler CPA is a longtime supporter of the Arkadelphia Public School District. Turner Rogers Manning & Plyler has established a reputation for providing clients with outstanding services that include auditing, accounting, and tax and business consulting. Contact Turner Rogers Manning & Plyler today at 870-246-4563 or by visiting them at 305 Professional Park Drive in Arkadelphia. Turner Rogers Manning & Plyler says, "Go Badgers!"
Welcome back to Rab Rogers Field. Jaron Cesar up to bat against Jared Adams, who started the game, and he's still going strong, allowing 0 runs and only 1 hit.
So 3-4-5 due up for the Tigers. That one will be popped up into center field, and a clean catch there from Spoto will retire Jaron Cesar on the first pitch. Quick first out, and Joseph Bolin will step up.
Great way to adapt by Cesar, but
got a little bit underneath that one.
Just a little bit underneath. seems like he was trying to force a ground ball, really wanting to test Cesar's speed.
So Bolin 3 hits and an RBI yesterday and 5 at-bats in the first game. A hit and an RBI in the second game also. So Bolin's bat is pretty hot right now. We'll have to see if he can get on base to start some offense for the Tigers, as that one's barreled up into left field. Going to be dropped out there by McCarwich, and that will be a single for Joseph Bolin.
Now let's see if the Tigers can rally behind Bolin and get something going. I mean, you got your hits is 5-2 right now with the Dogs leading, but I think this can be a big inning for the Tigers and they can take the lead.
Reese McWilliams comes into this game. He's fourth in batting average for the Tigers at .279. McWilliams, one of the seniors that was honored earlier today for Senior Day. He's a graduate student pursuing a master's in exercise science right now at Ouachita. And high heat there from Adams. We'll get a swing and a miss from McWilliams.
Reading 78 miles an hour, that's just a really hard pitch to hit when it's up closer to your hands, especially, I mean, he's in the middle of the box.
McWilliams gets around on that one, going to try to roll two, and they get the play at second, but cannot get McWilliams at first, so Bolin out. McWilliams will be safe at first. Now 2 outs for Cole Bedwell, the senior also.
Yeah, I mean, it's just seems like it ended up just being a fielder's choice. It looked like it was going to hit the gap, but third baseman able to get over and make a great play.
Meyer over there at third for the Bulldogs today.
Bedwell really crowding the plate, and that's exactly why. If he backs up anymore, umpire might call that a strike.
Ouachita 2 of 14 as a team today batting. 0 for 4 with runners on base. We saw runners left on base be a problem yesterday. Got to convert on the offensive opportunities if you're Ouachita.
Great off-speed pitch by Adams. Just, you see it cut right down the middle of the plate. I mean, no doubt there that it was a strike.
In his first at bat, Cole Bedwell popped out to first base. That one is low and away for ball 2.
88-mile-an-hour fastball on the outside. See if you could get him to chase. I think he wanted to aim for, you know, a scratch off of the plate, but unfortunately it was in the other box.
2-1, and that'll be strike 2 on Bedwell. Bedwell got a battle now. Anything close, going to try to foul off. McWilliams is 100% on stolen bases, has not been caught once. As that one is low and outside, count runs full. And we mentioned earlier when you hopped on, Jordan, is a lot of full counts, very disciplined batters in both dugouts, and you have to think anything close here, Bedwell going to try to foul off until he gets a pitch that he can put pretty good contact on for a hit. McWilliams will go, and that's going to be strike 3 on the top half of the zone, and that will do the inning. Tigers leave one on base here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Top of the 5th headed your way right after this.
Whether you realize it or not, you see the work of bats and signs all around Arkadelphia. When you see the Badger equipment trailer on the way to a Badger game, Bats and Signs did that. When you're watching the Badgers, Tigers, or Reddies and see the signage that just really makes their facilities pop, Bats and Signs did that too. You see the signage in downtown Arkadelphia, on the campuses of Ouachita and Henderson, or the sign in your neighbor's yard supporting a candidate or their favorite Badger? Yep, Bats and Sign did that too. Longtime residents and supporters of all things Arkadelphia called Mark, Jared, Chris, or Ryan at Bats and Signs today to see what they can do for you.
OSDN is Ouachita's student sports media program in the Rogers Department of Communications. OSDN brings over 100 Tiger Home athletic events and other content to your devices each school year. OSDN is funded by advertising and generous gifts from supporters. If you'd like to support the students of OSDN through a tax-deductible donation, visit obu.edu/give and indicate OSDN in the provided field. If your business would like to advertise on an OSDN broadcast, email us at osdn@obu.edu. Thanks for watching, and go Tigers!
The Southpaw will continue his stint on the mound today as Reese Serini comes in for his second inning of relief. Allowed 3 hits, 1 earned run, couple strikeouts as he faced 7 batters. Katara Wakui will step in for the Bulldogs. Japan native, Seward Community College in Kansas before now at Southwestern.
You got to be thinking Torini feels very confident right now on the mound just because he was able to get out of that bases loaded situation with just 1 out. Catcher goes out, talks to him, able to settle him down, and he gets 2 outs back to back. Very poised.
Torini 52 2/3 innings pitched this year as that one's grounded up the middle. McWilliams charges and flips it over to first. We've seen multiple plays that are kind of softly hit balls off the Ouachita pitchers. Torini able to charge from his shortstop position, get it over to sure-handed Garrett Graham.
McWilliams able to charge from his shortstop position.
Yeah, McWilliams is at short today.
Yeah, I don't think Torini plays short.
Torini does not play short.
But you're not wrong. It is hard to read those bounces, especially off the grass, entering the dirt. So smart on McWilliams' part by charging, making sure it doesn't go anywhere else but his glove and getting it over to first.
That one's going to be popped high. Nichols gives chase right there at the foul line, makes the catch. 1 pitch, 1 out to Zach McCarwich.
Smart pitch by Torini there, 84 miles an hour and high to the right-hander, making sure it's late and batter gets under it. Very late hit as Nichols caught that almost by the foul line.
Wortman steps into the batter's box. Batting .365 right now. Has a strikeout and a fly out to center field today.
That's a big-time accomplishment for a .365. That's a great batting average.
One for 5 with 2 outs are the Southwestern batters today. 5 of 19 overall. Here's the 1-1. That one catches the outside corner. And when you have these left-handed hitters, that breaking ball just continues to break all the way through the zone. Sometimes catches the outside corner, sometimes able to get him to chase. And it's really a deadly pitch against left-handers as that one is cracked up the middle for a base hit off the mound, as that will be a runner on for Southwestern. Wortman able to take that one, Jordan, straight up the middle, off the mound, over second base, and into center field where Cesar fielded it.
Yeah, I mean, 86 mile an hour seems like it was a fastball, but you were talking about lefties and their breaking balls. I mean, I'll die on the hill. A left-handed pitcher will have the best breaking balls. That one's chopped foul, but left-handed pitchers have better breaking balls. Just I don't know why. I mean, you think about Chris Sale, Clayton Kershaw, and then in the world of Ouachita Baptist baseball, you have Reese Torini who depends on his breaking ball heavily against left-handed batters, and we saw with Clark earlier when it barely hit his toe. I mean, that pitch had so much break, and you can tell he's dependent on it.
1-1 count here as McCrossan steps in. McCrossan 2 for 2 today, has a couple singles scored in the 4th inning where 2 runs crossed the plate for Southwestern. Fly ball to straightaway center, and Jaron Cesar captures that one. And that will end the inning. 1 runner left on for Southwestern. Ouachita trying to dig out of a hole. We will be back with the bottom of the 5th right after this.
Knight Insurance Professionals. We offer local expertise, a professional experience, and the attention to detail that you deserve. Knight Insurance Professionals offers a comprehensive list of commercial and personal insurance products and can fit their products to your needs. Insurance can be complicated. Let us take care of it for you. It's the assurance you're looking for when it comes to protecting what's important to you. Knight Insurance Professionals at 10th and Caddo in Arkadelphia. 870-246-3700. Local, professional, personal.
Yeager, Nichols, and Sterrett due up for Ouachita right now in the batting order. Yeager 0 for 1 today, the lefty freshman. So we will get another inning to look at Jared Adams. Adams 4 innings today so far, 2 hits, 3 strikeouts at an even 50 pitches so far. Have to see how long Coach J.R. Head in his second season at Southwestern will leave Adams out there. And Jordan, you have to think Adams only giving up 2 hits in 4 innings. Leave him out there as long as he's doing what he needs to do, and he's doing that right now.
Well, taking a look at the graphic pregame, you saw that he had a 10.31 ERA, if I'm not mistaken. What a play by second base. Good gravy.
Wow, Keaton Fisher just interrupted the talk about Jared Adams. He said, I'll take a little bit of spotlight as he charges to his right, makes the play off his back foot, gets it over to McCrossan for the out, and that will take care of Reagan Yeager. But like you said, a plus 10 ERA for Adams coming into this. But one thing Bab and I looked at is not a lot of innings, nothing over 5 innings until you go back to February against Arkansas Tech and Russellville. So this is his longest inning in some quality time on the mound for Adams.
And he's earned it. I mean, 2 hits, 0 runs allowed, only 1 error by the SWOSU defense. So they're playing very solid behind him, and he's definitely feeling like king of the hill right now.
That error was over at third base, knocked off the glove of Meyer, then hit the umpire. That one was ruled as an error. The 2-0 count to Presley Nichols. Nichols plays a little bit of designated hitter, but out in right field today. .3-0 count here, as that one is going to be in there for the first strike to Presley Nichols.
That one just changes direction. If you were watching that pitch closely, it looks like it's about to hit Nichols due to the camera angle, but then it just cuts in right over the plate, and Nichols, great at bat, takes a walk.
Good plate discipline there from Nichols, and he will draw a walk, as we're going to have a pinch hitter here for Ouachita. Looks like it's going to be Kendall Cassidy. Cassidy actually pitched yesterday. Kendall has done just about everything for this Ouachita team. Saw him play in the field a little bit. Saw him pitch yesterday. Came on, pitched 3 2/3 yesterday. Didn't give up a run. Gave up a couple of hits and 2 strikeouts in his 12 batters faced.
Well, that's interesting.
Yeah, he's definitely the definition of utility.
Well, Kendall Cassidy comes out of Burleson, Texas.
You tell me where Burleson, Texas is?
Burleson, Texas is about 20 minutes from Fort Worth, Texas.
In what direction?
Ooh, south, I think. I get Burleson. I think Bedford's pretty close to Fort Worth. Yeah, Bedford's about 15 minutes from Fort Worth. I mean, a lot of North Texas natives here at Ouachita that I just randomly find out.
Cassidy will take that one outside. Yeah, I've noticed how many people from DFW, you being one of them, when people say they're from the Dallas-Fort Worth area, it is a very vast area that you could actually be from.
Yeah, whenever you search DFW Metroplex on Google, you get about 2.8 million people.
Yeah.
For population-wise, but I'm looking at this this roster here. Austin Bagnall out of Louisville, so I'd count that DFW. Southlake is DFW. Frisco, DFW. Fort Worth, obviously. Jaron Cesar, played with him back in middle school, so DFW. Let's see, Rowlett, DFW kind of, yeah. Kaufman, an hour outside of Dallas. I mean, a lot of North Texas up here. Gunter, maybe DFW.
When you see that not only on the baseball team, but on a lot of
sports, football players. I mean, have a couple teammates out of Coppell and went to Parish Episcopal and schools like that. So a lot of mutuals. Excuse me, $6.8 million in the DFW Metroplex.
Appreciate Isaac Bourne for that stat.
Shout out Isaac.
Isaac down from Kentucky this weekend, Washita alum. Technically graduated in December, as he is here for the ring ceremony for the women's volleyball team. They got their rings last night for being crowned the GAC regular season champs. Last year, it's crazy to say, but that was 2025 in the first semester, able to make a really good run in a very stouted Great American Conference, and not even just the Great American Conference, they fell in the tournament, but the Central Region for softball is absolutely insane when it comes to Division II.
I wish I could back you up on that, but I don't really know.
Hey, the Central Region and Super Region 4 for football, when you take this middle slice of America, it's definitely heavy in the Sports Academy, as Cassidy will strike out there in his pinch hit at bat. And now Ashton Ibarra, a DFW guy, will come to the plate from South Lake Carroll.
South Lake Carroll, 15 minutes from where I reside at the moment, where my mother lives. So I've spent quite a bit of time in South Lake, 7-on-7 tournaments, stuff like that. I mean, the North Texas area is just so united. Now that I think about it, he takes strike one on the outside corner there. No, that's kind of cool. A lot of DFW guys.
That is cool. I think it's cool how Washita, has quite a bit of recruiting within the state of Arkansas, but definitely is in touch with the surrounding states, as Ibarra pops that one to right field to end the inning. A runner left on base for the Tigers here in the bottom of the fifth inning. The sixth inning of this series finale coming your way right after this.
Visit the Washita campus store for all your Tiger apparel, merchandise, and gifts. If you need something to wear to show your Tiger pride, stop by the Washita campus store on the bottom floor of the Evans Student Center to grab a t-shirt, sweatshirt, polo, or more. If you can't stop by the store on campus, visit us online at bookstore.obu.edu. Make your purchase and we'll send it to you. Support the Tigers by checking out the Washita campus store. Go Tigers.
Victory doesn't just happen on game day. It's earned in the sweat, the silence, the prep. No crowd, no lights, just focus. Because when something unexpected happens like an accident, you need a team that's ready. I've been fighting for clients for over 30 years. There's a reason we're still in the game. And at Taylor King Law, we don't just show up.
We win. On your side, by your side. The winning side.
Reese Torini back on the bump for the Tigers for his third inning of work, as he will look to shut down the Southwestern lineup. 7-8-9 due up for Southwestern. Southwestern, pretty good hitting percentage, 286 as a team right now in this game, as they lead the hits and the runs category with 6 hits on 2 runs. As we have a pitcher warming up in the Tiger bullpen, that's Mercado.
And you see Torini still aiming for the outside part of the plate, but
he's going to live there.
Yeah,
if he can live on the outside to these left-handed hitters and on the inside corner to the right-handed, he's going to do that and try to produce ground balls. That one's grounded but foul from Fisher. We saw Fisher make the great play at second in the bottom half of the last inning. Now up to bat here for Southwestern.
I mean, if the umpire is going to keep calling it right on that outside half of the plate, you know, I'm going to keep throwing it personally, and that's what Torini's doing. He's taking advantage of, I guess, his resources, technically.
Another lefty warming up in the bullpen for the Tigers, just kind of throwing right now. That's Lucas Mercado, another Texas native.
Just a little pitch and catch.
Just a little pitch and catch.
The Woodlands, that is about an hour outside of Houston.
2-2 the count. That one is torched into right center. And that's going to be a base hit for Keaton Fisher.
Great plate discipline by Fisher. Now he's able to stand on first, just sliced right through, right between the umpire and the pitcher.
One thing that I found interesting when I first looked at this Southwestern lineup yesterday, obviously called both games yesterday, a little bit with Marshall Lum Isaac Bourne, and you have your hitter that leads the team in batting average batting 7th. So Fisher bats .417 after that hit, 2 for 3 today, and he is in the 7 hole, and your leadoff hitter kind of in a slump right now, only batting .287.
I'm looking at this roster, and they're all transfers.
Yes.
Except for one.
Very
transfer heavy.
As that one, a great play there on the third base side from Reagan Yeager. Yeager able to field it, get across his body, and get it over to first in a timely manner for the first out of this inning.
And he kind of took his time.
Yeah.
Who was that bat there?
Was Mendoza there.
He let Mendoza get a little bit down the line before he showcased his arm on film.
So Chris Clark will step in. Clark takes that one on the inside for strike one.
Great pitch. Torini threw the exact pitch it looked like that hit off of Clark's foot his last at bat, and see if he could get him to chase. He did there. 81 miles an hour on the read. So 1-2, Dalton. Where do you think Torini's going to live on this pitch right now?
He's got somewhere to go. He's not in a full count. I bet he goes back inside right here, and he'll go straight down the middle. And I believe we have a scoreboard says
scoreboard error.
An error there, so I guess that will be strike 2 to Clark. We'll have to see if he goes back in here, and he will actually go on the outside for ball 2. That one just misses. So even he's got a 2-2 count here, you have to think he's got a pitch that he can kind of choose where he wants before he has to go for a strike on he has a full count now, so got to go here. That one's going to be grounded. Yeager charges at third, and off the bag, throw a little bit offline, just kind of tails away from Graham at first. So runners on the corners for the Bulldogs with only one out.
Yeah, that play is really hard to make when you're charging up, and then you got to torque your body so that you're able to really basically make a deadline throw, especially with Clark hauling down the line.
Big opportunity for RBIs once more for the Bulldogs. John Spoto will have the batter's box, and Spoto, some power off his bat, 7 doubles and 7 home runs for him this season, as they will check Clark over at first.
If you're Clark, you really got to be careful, because obviously Torini's a southpaw. He can make his move over there any minute, and third base is not holding. So you gotta be sure.
And Yeager,
great throw by Yeager.
As they say, he was on the bag. So the hot corner is hot this inning. We saw couple plays to Yeager. 3 tough plays, able to make that one for the second out. Runners do advance, and 1 run will score for Southwestern. Keaton Fisher will come across the plate from third base, so a 3-0 lead. And Coach Luke Howard headed out to the mound for the Tigers. And we are going to have a pitching change here at Rab Rogers Field on a sunny 80-degree afternoon. And we will bring you that pitching change right after this break.
Hello, I'm Brett Rogers, President of Capital Technology Group. You might know us as Capital Business Machines, but our new name represents our growth as one of the state's leaders in business technology. When you've been around for 80 years like we have, you learn a thing or two about change. But what will never change is our commitment to our clients. We're still the same reliable team here to meet all your technology needs. Capital Technology Group is bigger and better than ever before. Learn more at captg.com.
Owned by Washita alumni, Java Primo Coffee House, Cafe, and more in downtown Arkadelphia is a must-stop for everyone. Stop by in the morning for fresh coffee, a specialty coffee drink, or a full breakfast. Come back at lunch, or in the evening for burgers like the Primo Burger, the Pulled Pork Burger, or the Mac and Cheese Burger. Maybe it's a salad, a wrap, a quesadilla, or one of our varieties of pizza. And don't forget to top it off with a sweet treat that puts the cherry on top of a great meal. That's Java Primo on Main Street in downtown Arkadelphia.
Tigers trade a southpaw for another southpaw as Lucas Mercado will...
That's not a southpaw. He's throwing right-handed right now. That's not
That
Mercado.
is not Lucas Mercado. Mercado was warming up in the bullpen, but Braden Tucker will take the mound. My apologies there.
Goodness me.
Tucker takes the mound in relief of Peyton Sterrett. Started this game. Torini came in, and now Braden Tucker will come in. Tucker threw 2/3 inning yesterday. 3 hits on 3 runs in that second game. So this will be his second appearance of the inning. The right-hander from Fort Worth Covenant Classical School, and the 6', 170-pound senior, as this has spent his entire college career at Washita. Made 3 appearances as a freshman and has just continued to have an impact. 11 appearances in relief as a sophomore, 14 as a junior, and has really come on this year in a big relief position for the Tigers. When you look at the numbers for Braden Tucker, 5.32 ERA, 42 in a third innings pitched for him, 27 strikeouts, giving up 6 doubles and 4 home runs. A very consistent pitcher, only 2 hit by pitches this season, as he will inherit a runner at second base in Chris Clark. And the first batter he will face will be the third baseman Landon Meyer for Southwestern. Meyer batting .377 now. Came in at .384, but 0 for 3 thus far has hurt that average. When you look at his plate appearances, has made contact in 2 of them with a fly out and a ground out. Struck out in the 4th inning. As that one is going to be popped up, given chase, and the second baseman, Cole Bedwell, will take care of that one to end the inning. So only a couple pitches for Braden Tucker, but it gets Washita out of the inning. Another run brings home for Southwestern. Washita got to get their bats rolling. We're headed to the bottom of the 6th right after this.
I've heard people say Ouachita.
Wichita.
Achita.
Ouachita. Is it pronounced Ouachita?
Searching for Washita Baptist University.
Back in Texas, everybody pronounces it Wichita, but really, it's Washita.
Washita. Washita.
How would you pronounce it?
Washita.
Washita.
It's Washita Baptist University. Get it right.
It's Washita, people. It's Washita.
Washita.
Barry and Turnage, we specialize in bringing the law to your corner. We are dedicated to understanding what results you want and to helping you understand what actions we can take on your behalf. With over 30 years of experience and a proven track record of success, Barry and Turnage is here to lead you down a path to the results you need. We will work with you every step of the way to make sure that you understand the choices you are making and feel empowered to make them. Barry and Turnage. Serious injuries require serious attorneys.
As we are in the bottom of the 6th inning here at Rab Rogers Field, an update in the GAC, and it's actually from Clyde Berry Field right across the street. Northwestern avenges their loss last night in the first game of the doubleheader at Henderson as they defeat the Reddies 7-2, and that is a big series within the Great American Conference, standing Northwestern right at that line of elimination. Henderson above the line and trying to stay alive, and so are the Tigers as they are down 3-0 here as Garrett Graham will lead things off in the bottom of the 6th inning. We get another look at Adams as this is his longest appearance in quite some time for the Southwestern's pitching staff. Adams 5 innings so far. This is his 6th inning of work and starts Graham 0-2 down in the count.
2 of the same pitches back to back. This one reads at 78. It seems to be right down the middle. Let's see what he comes back with here.
Tries to paint the outside corner. Graham lays it off. And a pretty impressive stat line for Jared Adams thus far on the 5 innings. 2 hits, no runs, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts, 19 batters faced. That one is going to get through the left-hand side under the glove of Landon Meyer, and a leadoff base hit for the Tigers here in the bottom of the 6th inning.
Great demeanor by Graham as he chokes up on the bat a little bit, able to get a 2-strike. Little ground ball between the gap of third base and shortstop. Not necessarily directly between the gap, but it does have to be a diving effort for the third baseman.
Graham, an experienced player, a senior from Abilene, Texas, was previously at Paris Junior College and Midland College his freshman year. Last season, Graham made all Great American Conference second team as a utility player as he stands at first base, and Jaron Cesar at the dish right now for the Tigers. Cesar, center fielder, one of the speedier guys on this team, and he gets on the base paths. It's usually a stealing opportunity for the Tigers as Cesar 17 of 21 on the year with stolen bases. One of those failures of the steals came yesterday.
And he was just late on that 87-mile-an-hour fastball.
Cesar spent last 2 seasons at Eastern Arizona. Played his high school ball at Timber Creek.
Keller, Texas.
In his 2 seasons at EAC, played in 79 games, as that one's going to be softly hit. Going to try to roll 2. The speed of Cesar will eliminate the second out, but Garrett Graham will be tagged out at second base. And right back to where we started with only 1 out now with Cesar on first. Joseph Boland stepping in.
Well, right now it seems like the Tigers, baseball is a hard game, don't get me wrong, but it seems like they're playing to survive. They put up 3 hits, but then they get into these fielder choice opportunities. They need to play to fight because right now you have one more half inning of batting and great defense.
We'll have a catcher clock violation, so that will be ball 1 to Boland. Boland has spent his entire career here at Ouachita, did not play as a freshman, but has really come on strong in the last 3 years. As a sophomore and a junior, appeared in 40-plus games, as we are going to have a mound meeting here as Coach J.R. Head will look to see what he wants to do for his pitching staff, as it has been an impressive day for Jared Adams. Have to see if we get the nod that they're going to bring somebody in. Coach Luke Howard will talk to Cesar at first, Bolin, and then McWilliams is on the deck. So there is some action within the Southwestern bullpen. We'll have to see how they go about it. It looks like not going to be a pitching change, just trying to calm Adams down thus far. Adams really been impressive today in this situation he's not normally in. Hasn't thrown more than 5 innings since February and is in that 5th inning right now for Southwestern.
Yeah, either time for him to, give Adams time to calm down a little bit. I mean, you just let up 2 hits. Granted, one of them wasn't out, but that was only due to a fielder's choice. So now are you giving Adams a chance to calm down a little bit, maybe 1 or 2 more batters depending on how it goes, or are you giving your reliever, or really your closer now, time to come in and close it out?
And with that, the 5 innings plus the out, that has been the longest that Adams has seen the mound. His season high was 5 innings against Arkansas Tech on February 16th. So Bolin in the right-handed batter's box. Infield playing at normal depth for Southwestern. 2-1. That one's outside. Count goes 3-1. So hitters count here for Joseph Bolin.
Hitters count. You have to assume maybe off speed, somewhat down the middle, or fastball somewhat down the middle. Your best pitch that you can guarantee for a strike right here, because you don't want to draw a walk.
We talk about Adams, obviously has had an impressive day today. Has not pitched more than an inning and 2/3 in the last month. So really uncharted waters here for Adams, as we are going to have a walk. As that's another catcher clock violation. The coach for Southwestern, Coach Head, going to come out and argue that, as they're going to say catcher's interference. First.
And it looks like they're trying to calm him down, as he might be in dangerous waters himself with the home plate umpire.
So the first base umpire came down, kind of de-escalated the situation, and we will have a meeting of the umpires right there.
6'5", 230 Jared Adams. That's very unusual for a pitcher. They're either tall and lanky or short, and they have a lot of power.
As they are going to call Bolin back to the plate.
As the first base umpire is still trying to calm him down, explain the situation to him.
So Bolin will come back to the plate with a 3-1 count. Three-1 is the count. Beautiful day here for baseball, Jordan. Just beautiful weather, nice and warm. No rain after that little spit that we had earlier.
Yeah, I didn't have any basketball shorts, so I'm in sweatpants. It's not very nice for me.
As that one is grounded there from Bolin, and that's going to be an out at first base. Runner does advance for Ouachita. So a runner in scoring position for Reese McWilliams. McWilliams has some RBIs and 27 of them on the year. 0 for 2 today with a strikeout. So 2 outs here. Ouachita, an RBI opportunity, but can't afford an out. With the speed of Cesar on second, you would have to think, obviously, moving on contact with 2 outs, base hit would definitely score Cesar.
Got to be real careful here if you're Cesar.
Big wave and a miss there. Great pitch there from Adams. Adams really showing out in this 5 2/3 innings so far.
And little do the Tigers know, with the speed of Cesar, one base hit into the outfield, and he's scoring, and it'll spoil the shutout for Adams.
As that is going to be a routine play at first base. A 6-3 putout ends the inning. Tigers leave one in scoring position. We'll be back with more at the Rab right after this.
At Capital Technology Group, we make your technology our priority. There are so many threats to IT these days, and we're here to help protect your data and devices. We're also by your side when things simply go wrong, whether it's servers crashing or printers breaking. We cover it all for our clients in all types of businesses. And with over 80 years of history in Arkansas, you can trust Capital Technology Group to be your business technology partner. Sign up for a free consultation at captg.com.
Let Domino's cure your cravings by ordering online, calling us at 246-3131, or dropping by and seeing us on Pine Street in Arkadelphia. Join Domino's Rewards and begin earning rewards in just 2 visits. Check out our $6.99 mix and match and make the whole family happy. You might as well throw in a stuffed crust pizza, a sandwich, pasta, stuffed cheesy bread while you're at it. Check out other deals on our app or at Domino's.com.
Braden Tucker will come on for his first full inning of relief. Had a third of an inning previously today, as he will tout a 5.27 ERA, and Tucker got the middle of this lineup. 3-4-6 due up. Wakui, Makarwich, and Wortman due up. Wakui 0 for 3 today with a pop out and a couple ground outs too short. So Wakui here, and we will have our another commentator switch. Just everybody getting a little bit of action in the booth today, and welcome back, Isaac Bourne. And that's a little bling there on your finger.
We're commentating by committee today. That's what we're doing for color today.
So Wakui will ground out.
Left fielder Zach McCarwich.
McCarwich will step in. And McCarwich yesterday in the first game had a hit and an RBI, as he will take that one for strike one. As that one is going to be chopped to the second baseman. Hesitation and the flick over to first for the routine out. As Bedwell gets that one.
Now batting the catcher, Rusty Workman.
Defense working well behind these Ouachita pitchers today. Saw Starrett start the game. Torini comes in, then Tucker now. Ouachita's defense, only one error so far, and luckily it didn't cost him anything.
I think it all weekend has just been the same thing for them, which is just the defense has been able to hold up, but you've got to be able to create a little bit more offense. And I mean, Southwestern Oklahoma State has done a great job this weekend at keeping Ouachita, even when they're on the base paths, keeping them off home plate. And, I mean, they've been in some pinches. I mean, yesterday you saw SWOSU have multiple occasions with Ouachita having loaded the bases, and they found ways out of it. I mean, even with one out on the board, you saw double plays. You saw absolute trick plays. I mean, you've seen just every single person in that infield and outfield for SWOSU. I mean, they know what the objective is. They want to make the GAC tournament, and that's what happens.
Good play over down the first base side. Graham will flick it over to his pitcher for the third out. 3 up, 3 down. Time for the stretch here at the Rab. We'll be back with more right after this.
OSDN is Ouachita's student sports media program in the Rogers Department of Communications. OSDN brings over 100 Tiger Home athletic events and other content to your devices each school year. OSDN is funded by advertising and generous gifts from supporters. If you'd like to support the students of OSDN through a tax-deductible donation, visit obu.edu/give and indicate OSDN in the provided field. If your business would like to advertise on an OSDN broadcast, email us at osdn@obu.edu. Thanks for watching, and go Tigers!
Victory doesn't just happen on game day. It's earned in the sweat, the silence, the prep. No crowd, no lights, just focus. Because when something unexpected happens like an accident, you need a team that's ready. I've been fighting for clients for over 30 years. There's a reason we're still in the game. And at Taylor King Law, we don't just show up.
We win. On your side, by your side. The winning side.
Bottom of the 7th inning, Ouachita needs some offense here, and they have got to have it if they want to avoid the sweep from Southwestern. Bedwell, Yeager, and Nichols due up for the Tigers. All three of those guys looking for their first hit here at the series finale, and Bedwell batting .273 for Ouachita. And Isaac Bourne joins me now on color. And Isaac, you saw part of the first game yesterday was at the ring ceremony for the volleyball team. For the second one, beautiful bling there. Congratulations, Coach Frizzell Kaiser, of course. We can talk a little bit more about that ring ceremony later on as Bedwell squares around a bunt for strike one. And we mentioned it off the air, Southwestern doing a great job of, even when Ouachita gets on the base paths, whether it's a runner in scoring position or just on first, doing a great job of keeping them off home plate.
Yeah, and today it has been really just keeping them off of third base. It's been a great performance by SWOSU in general. Yesterday, we saw in that first 9-inning game where it was kind of a hit fest. Both teams getting just plenty of action with their bats. Ouachita got 17 hits in that first game. It was unable to score any runs in the latter 5 innings of that game. Now, this one a little bit different. I mean, that's a hit for Ouachita and Bedwell right there, but one of the first of its kind. Only 4 today, and we're already 7 innings into this one.
As that one's going to be another hit. That one could be 2, as the stretch play at second will be the only out that SWOSU can gather.
Looks like they
might review that one.
Yeah, Bedwell's looking over there. I think it might be, we'll see what the replay looks like. It might be a little too tough for the officials to overturn it there, but I do think that, you've got a very, very close play. Might be a half step or two ahead of the runner there.
We'll see the replay here. Now the question is, are they ruling whether he was off the bag or Bedwell got there before the second baseman? They will take a look at it at official review. You see the play right here, and the toe.
And the baseball just, I think he got him. I think it's too tough to overturn there, because I think when you put the baseball in the glove, oh my goodness gracious, that is frame perfect. Hard to tell, and I think in this situation, Dalton, we talk about it, it has to be indisputable. I don't know if that's an indisputable situation right there, but the officials are going to get full coverage of it, going to be able to look at it. Credit to the trailer that here with OSDN and Gavin Wallace being able to put something together and get a very close camera shot of that.
Well, and I think this is a good call to review for Ouachita. Very important. We're in the 7th inning of this game. If this gets overturned, you have a runner in scoring position, 2 runners on. So obviously it's going to be close right there. You see it right there. And man, the toe for the Southwestern defender just barely stays on the bag. Right, and this is, I don't know what they are going to look at. They'll slow down the speed. This is what they are looking at from the aware system. This is the exact thing that the referees are looking at. You see, there. Right there is the call. Does the foot get in before the ball is in the seat of the glove? And it's a close play.
I think he just slightly beat him there, Dalton. I think you've got to give it to the fielder. Great effort that time by Keaton Fisher stretching out. Excuse me, not Keaton Fisher. That was Landon Myers. No, that was Mendoza. I'm looking at my field alignment right here. But yeah, Keaton Fisher, great throw by him. And then Mendoza just able to stretch out enough to get to it. I think that it is going to be in favor of the Bulldogs. But either way, I mean, this game, Ouachita, even if this is somehow overturned, Ouachita really, really needs just anything else other than hits to first base, anything else other than first base appearances. I mean, we haven't seen them on second base. We haven't seen them on second base a lot. Haven't seen them on third base a lot today.
And the call will
after review, the call on the field stands.
Heard it there from Brian Ramsey, Sports Information Director here at Ouachita, doing the public address at Rab Rogers Field. So one runner on the base pads, one out for Ouachita, as Presley Nichols, the right fielder, will come in.
Presley Nichols, he's had a bit of a bright spot this weekend. He's really been able to up his batting average to 125, started under 100, so been able to find his bat to the ball. But I mean, I feel like that's been the story for Ouachita all weekend. They've been able to find their bats to the ball. They just haven't been able to find home plate. It's an odd situation where, I mean, if you're head coach Luke Howard, you're not telling them, bad offense as much as it is you're leaving so many players on base, just getting barely not enough of what you want.
Nichols down in the count here, 0-2. Nichols did have a hit in the first game and also drew a walk in that one. As he will foul that one off.
And here we see an 0-2 count. So far today, Adams has been very, very good at staying up on that mound. I mean, obviously he's got relief pitchers warming up in the bullpen for him, but we'll see what he does here with a little bit of room to work.
That one's high and outside. Try to get Nichols to chase there. Yeager over at first base for the Tigers. Yeager 3 stolen bases on the year, as that one's low and away as Nichols at the plate. Yeager is the one at first. Down on the count 0-2, now worked it back to even as he will try to extend his at-bat here. Anything close, going to try to foul off as that one.
And right there, going to lock him up on the outside. And I know that, both Luke Howard and Presley Nichols. And it looks like maybe there's a talk about, the count right now. I think, Nichols didn't notice that there were 3 strikes possibly. But either way, I mean, that goes down to, you got to be able to have that IQ of knowing, hey, this is where we are in the count, because, I mean, that's how you really look at these pitches.
Saw Howard come down the third base line. If you saw it on the hand gesture, he thought that pitch was up in the chest. Talking about the north-south zone of this umpire. As Kendall Cassidy will come on to bat out of the left-handed batter's box.
Cassidy, his first plate appearance today, came in yesterday as a substitution, so we'll see what he does. I mean, he pitched a little bit yesterday as well, just a do-it-all player.
Cassidy takes that one high and outside. So bottom of the 7th inning here, Tigers still looking for their first run. They have 4 hits, not out-hit Southwestern at 7. There's a big wave and a miss there from Cassidy. Now 2 strikes on the utility player for Ouachita.
And just a frustrating weekend for the Tigers. They're trying their best to just salvage something of the weekend here. But, I mean, now with 2 more home series before the end of the regular season, 2 more road series before the end of the season, it's going to be really vital for them here. If they want to bring some momentum into those, you've got to be able to find something to your name in terms of runs today.
2-2, that's way outside for ball 3. And Isaac, you mentioned the 2 road series. One of the road series being across the street at Clydeberry Field, the other one in Alva, Oklahoma. 2 big series that the Tigers really need to win both to really secure themselves above the elimination line for the Great American Conference tournament. As that one popped foul. Obviously, Yeager moving with a full count.
Especially in this game, if they cannot make a comeback and win this one to salvage a game in the series, I think you really have to play every single game like it's your last for the rest of the season. They've got a midweek game against UAM to kind of get ready this week, and then they've got to go all the way across the entire conference to Alva, Oklahoma next weekend, where you've got to play like it is your last game of the season, or it quite possibly could be the end of your season at the end of the regular season.
Yeager going to go. That ball is barreled up into center field, and it's going to be at the warning track and caught by center fielder John Spoto. That one had some carry on it, and Jared Adams is fired up as he completes his 7th inning of work here, and we will be back with more from the Rab right after this.
Make Print Mania in downtown Arkadelphia your place to get embroidery, screen printing, trophies, and more. Drop by their store on Main Street or visit their website at printmaniatees.com. Need a shirt for an event? Let Print Mania take care of that. Need promotional materials for your organization? You can let Print Mania take care of that too. A family-run local business, Print Mania has been serving the area since 1992. Call Print Mania today at 870-246-3803.
At Capital Technology Group, we make your technology our priority. Our team of experts can become your outsourced IT department, solving problems even before you know about them. We provide and maintain everything from servers and network infrastructure to printers and digital copiers. As a family business with over 80 years of history in Little Rock, you can trust Capital Technology Group to be your business technology partner. If you're ready to get your IT in order, visit captg.com and sign up for a free consultation.
Back in Arkadelphia for the top of the 8th inning, Braden Tucker on for another inning of relief. You see box score there. 3 runs on 7 hits and an error for Southwestern. Runs still empty, all 4 hits and an error for Ouachita.
Time dwindling for them if they want to make a comeback and salvage a win in this series. And Dalton, we talked about it before the break, but every single win right now would just pull them slightly closer. Every single loss pulling them just a little bit more away from extra baseball on the season if they've got to head out to the GAC tournament.
Defensive substitution for Ouachita. Cade Bowman replaces Presley Nichols in right field. 6, 7, 8 due up for Southwestern in this inning. Tucker 1 1/3 inning of relief total so far. 4 batters faced. Made quick work of those batters in the last inning thanks to his defense behind him. 43 2/3 innings pitched as the entire season, as that one's high to McCrossin for ball 1.
Tucker right now trying to put it in a place where the hitter's going to have to reach a little bit for it. You don't want to give him an easy one, especially when you're up in the count.
Crossan battling right here with 2 strikes. Tucker does have a little bit of room to wiggle as he's got only 1 ball, so we'll have to see if he goes with a chase pitch here. Bring it right down the middle, foul it off.
Dalton, you yawning a little bit?
It's been a long day.
It has been a long day. We're already 2 hours, 15 minutes into this one.
As that one is hit well into right field. Going to be foul, though, just beyond the Bulldog bullpen.
Dalton, it has been a long day. I give you that. It's already 3:15 today. We had a long morning before this setting up. I actually got to catch up with the great Dr. Johnny Wink for lunch today. So, I've been able to have a great Ouachita weekend, and we'll see here if the Tigers can finish it out with a great weekend on Senior Day.
Mentioned Tiger Serve Day. I'm sure we've had an answer to our question that was brought on way earlier in the game. What event sparked the start of Tiger Serve Day in the spring of 1997? And it was spurred by the catastrophic EF4 tornado that struck Arkadelphia on March 1st of 1997. That sparked what is now semester tradition. I have one in the fall, one in the spring over at the Elrod Center. So 2-2 the count here, and that one just misses for ball 3.
And so now Tucker, who was once up 0-2 in this count, it's now full. We'll see what he goes with.
Expect Tucker's best pitch here, as that one will be grounded foul, and just a battle between Tucker and McCrossan. Tucker is fourth year at Ouachita. He will ground that one up the middle, as that is going to be played. A 1-3 put out. Will sit down McCrossan.
Second baseman Keaton Fisher.
So Keaton Fisher will step in.
The thing that you really have to notice about this Ouachita team today is, we've noticed it all weekend. The defense has found itself. The pitchers have found themselves. But it's just these slight moments of weakness for the pitchers that have really allowed these runs. I think you look back yesterday to the first game with Chase Oberle. He started out strong, but I think just the injuries recently with his oblique and things like that bothering him, that just quite possibly maybe sent him to the bench a little early yesterday. And that's where kind of the problem started for the Tigers this weekend.
Saw the fly out to Ibarra there, and you mentioned Oberle pitched 6 innings yesterday, allowed 3 earned runs, did have 5 strikeouts and 27 batters he faced. Reese Torini came on in relief for that game. We saw Torini earlier today, as that's going to be strike 1 there to Jose Mendoza.
And the pitching situation for the Tigers has been different for this year and last year. You saw Oberle as the game 1 starter for the Tigers last year. They also would bring on Luke House in relief for Oberle, and then he would usually start the 7-inning game for these series. And then also, you had your mix of Bagnall and a few other guys last year. So it was a little different, but it's been a little different for head coach Luke Howard having to really finagle with this lineup a little bit.
As that one's going to be softly tapped. McWilliams, great play. And he charges and he's fired up. 3 up, 3 down. Tigers need something here in the bottom of the 8th. We'll be right back with their bats right after this.
Arkadelphia's newest entertainment option is open and ready for business. Tee Time Sims brings world-class indoor golf simulators to Arkadelphia, allowing you to practice, play, and perfect your swing in a comfortable setting. Check out our Facebook page to learn about our monthly tournaments, closest to the pin showdowns and long drive battles. Learn more and book your tee time at teatimegolfarkansas.com.
Chicken Express is a proud supporter of not just the Badgers, but all things Arkadelphia, from elementary to college, and from community activities to church groups. Chicken Express is always willing to support and assist the people in our town. The next time you visit Chicken Express, thank them for their involvement in our community, and definitely don't leave without getting a cup of that Chicken E sweet tea. Located right off exit 73, stop by Chicken Express for your next meal.
Back at Rab Rogers Field, and we will have a pitching change. It is going to be Kagan Baker will step in to the pitching role for Southwestern. We saw him yesterday. He came on in relief of Josh Dolich.
So you've seen both of these teams go back to similar pitchers that they've seen earlier in the series. And I think many would go to say that that's something to say about the lineups themselves not being very deep. But I also would like to mention, too, a lot of this probably goes to both of these coaches having trust in their pitchers' abilities to stay out there and also to come back and do what they need to do. We've seen Torini twice in this series. Now we've seen Braden Tucker twice in this series for the Tigers. And now we see Kagan Baker out here for the second time in the series for the Bulldogs.
Baker pitched 2 innings yesterday, allowed 4 hits, got a couple strikeouts, didn't allow a run. So he will have to deal with the top half of this Tiger lineup, 1, 2, 3 due up. And one thing we talked about, a combined, 23 runners left on base in the 2 games yesterday for Ouachita. 6 so far here in this series finale. And Ibarra has been left on base 1. That ball is going to be popped up into straightaway center, right place, right time for Spoto for the first out of the inning.
And yeah, that 23 runners left on base stat is telling. You have to think about it right there. That's 23 runs that the Tigers had in play and just could not execute. I mean, I think if you're head coach Luke Howard, you look at that stat after the weekend and you're kicking yourself. I mean, it's no fault of the players as much as it is just great defense by SWOSU being able to manage these players that are put in play. And, I mean, it's just one of those things where you just look at it and you see just how close you were if this ends up being the reason why the Tigers don't make the GAC tournament.
Graham will foul that one off. Graham batting in the 2-hole today. We've seen quite a bit of shifting within this Ouachita lineup. When you look at the Henderson game Tuesday last week in the home series against the Bow Weevils of Monticello, a lot of shifting. McWilliams shifted down. He was batting in the 2-hole yesterday, batting in the 5-hole today. And Garrett Graham has stepped up as that's going to be a grounder to third, routine play over to first to McCrossan for the second out. And Jaron Cesar steps in, just trying to get something going for Ouachita, as they've had opportunities with 6 hits, but not a single person has reached third base so far, Isaac.
I think there with Graham, it's just a situation of reaching a little too much when he probably could have let that one go by, and just puts it in the infield right in play and can't get to the base in time.
So Cesar going to square around a bunt, pulls it back for ball 1.
And he's got the speed. If he wants to bunt it to the left side here, he's got the speed to get to first base. We'll see, though, if he relies upon that with only 4 outs left before the Tigers are sunk today.
Tigers 1 for 8 today with 2 outs. Not a very pretty 125 batting average when they have 2 outs. Four of 28 as a team. Cesar pulls back the bunt, but that's going to be strike 1. Cesar ahead in the count. Hitters count here at 3-1. Comes into this at bat in 405. Still looking for his first on base appearance by hit today. Reached on a fielder's choice in the 6th inning as he will draw the walk there.
And that's a dangerous walk if you're Baker there. I mean, you just basically give Caesar the base, and when he can, and he's got the legs to grab himself another base or 2 as well. We'll see, though, if he takes that risk with 2 outs on the board.
17 successful steals for Cesar on the season, 21 attempts. As Bolin steps in, Bolin 319 coming into today. Right behind Cesar in most at-bats on the team at 141, 45 hits, and 33 RBIs. Bolin leads the team in RBIs. Does have some power, leads the team also in home runs with 6.
I know the Tigers would want something like that right about now if you're head coach Luke Howard.
0-1 with 2 outs. That one in the dirt for ball 1. Bolin 1 for 3 today. Ground out, fly out, and a single. The single came in the 4th inning. As that one is popped up and looks to be out of play. Clark going to give chase, but it will land in the SWOSU dugout, or bullpen, beyond the dugout. See on deck there for the Tigers, Reese McWilliams. Another potent bat for the Tigers, but just can't really, they've got them going, but can't get the extra bases and the big hits and timely hits they need. Cesar gonna go. That one's poked into right field, and that one will be an out. So a 3 up, 3 down situation, but Cesar does get on base from a walk. Top of the 9th coming your way right after this.
Everyone's known for something. Ours is simple. At the Southwest Auto Collection and iDriveSWA.com, you get the absolute lowest price on America's best brands. Ford, Lincoln, Chevy, GMC, Buick, and Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram. The best selection and the lowest prices guaranteed. And we deliver anywhere in the state, plus tires for life. It really is that simple. Visit us today, the Southwest Auto Collection, I-30 exit 78 in Arkadelphia, or online at iDriveSWA.com.
Blakelytown is Arkadelphia's gathering space, perfect for weddings, receptions, parties, reunions, showers, corporate outings, and more. Easily accessible for local and out-of-town visitors, Blakelytown features both indoor and outdoor options and is customizable to fit your vision and your needs. Blakelytown is locally owned and operated and proud to serve the Arkadelphia community. Dates fill quickly, so contact Blakelytown today to reserve your space for the event of your dreams.
Back in Arkadelphia for the top of the 9th inning. SWOSU took the lead in the 4th inning and hasn't looked back. As they lead 3-0 here, we get another inning of looking at Braden Tucker. Braden 2 1/3 innings so far in relief. 7 batters faced. He will have to deal with 9-1-2 of the Southwestern lineup as Chris Clark will lead things off.
Batting for Southwestern, right fielder Chris Clark.
Tigers, they've got a pitcher warming up in the bullpen. Only one more inning in this one, barring extra innings. And Tucker's still out on the mound, so I'm interested to see how much patience head coach or assistant pitching coach Dave Brown has with his man on the mound right now.
.2-0 here. This is the season finale at Rab Rogers Field. Big wave and a miss from Clark. Good pitch there from Tucker. .2-1. That's going to be in there for strike 2. That one's fouled off. Clark stays alive.
Tucker, he's got one pitch of breathing room here before he fills the count. We'll see though if he does anything off speed here, or just tries to send the hitter home or back to the dugout. You could say. And right there goes his breathing room. Tries to go with a breaking ball there that goes a little low. So we'll see what he does now. 3-2 count for him. Something's got to give.
As that is going to be strike 3.
I don't think the runner knows that yet. There he is.
As he was jogging down to first base, the first base coach said, go take a seat. As that will be strike 3. Lineup flip back over to John Spoto.
I applaud the confidence, though. You know, sometimes you got to know what the pitch is. You got to be able to understand what it is. That time, though, just gets his own call wrong. And what a beauty that time by Tucker. Finds the bottom corner of the zone on the outside. Spoto now down in the count.
Looks to bunt. That one's low, and like I mentioned, this is the season finale at Rab Rogers Field, but very far from the end of the season. The Tigers go on the road, start in Monticello, then go to Alva, as then they return to Arkansas for a series against Henderson across the street. But on the softball side of things, softball gets a big series win yesterday in Weatherford against Southwestern, as they got that win by 1 run. Took game 1 of the doubleheader, lost game 2, able to win game 3. And softball, they continue to be on the road. They will play UT Tyler on the road for a 2-game doubleheader for non-conference. And then they return back to Arkadelphia for 11 straight games at home to finish the year. So flip of the script, you have the baseball team on the road for the last few games, and the softball team finally gets to come back to campus, have some home games to end the year. So you can catch those on the Washita Sports Digital Network. Those will start next weekend for a conference series against Northwestern at Petsy Langston Field, just beyond the tennis complex, as that's a base hit up the middle for Southwestern, brought to you by Landon Meyer.
And when I think of Washita softball playing against Northwestern, I think of my old friend Chris Gay. His last ever game called here with OSDN, it was Washita softball versus Northwestern. Aaron Williams. Tigers, they trail by 3 in the final inning of the game. Aaron Williams walk-off grand slam to end the career of Chris Gay as a commentator. I mean, what a better way, like no better way to send yourself out as a commentator than to commentate for a grand slam. And I think you could hear the expression in Chris's voice too when he did it, when Aaron Williams did that. I mean, Chris very, very even-keeled, his voice usually very, very calm and collected. But that time, it was voice crack after voice crack. This man, he was so excited. And, I mean, just kind of shows where this softball team has gone from. I mean, that was their first and only series win in conference play just 2 years ago. Now they're doing a lot better this year due to the new coaching change and just bringing in so many great players.
Tucker continues on the mound after a mound meeting with head coach Luke Howard. Tucker trying to finish this one off. Got a runner on first with 2 outs. Only needs 1 more. And the last chance for Washita's bats. Katara Wakui is at the plate. The designated hitter batting .349. Due up for Washita is 5'6", McWilliams, Bedwell, and Yeager. Otsu. See what Tucker goes with here. And the outside. And the errant throw into center field. And Cesar will get that one. Bolin disappointed with himself. And another insurance run only 90 feet away now for the Dogs.
And just an unfortunate sequence of events there. Bolin thought that maybe he could get it there in time, but that time thought way too much about how fast he was throwing it and not about where it was going. Just can't make the out there, and brings in another run. And it's not exactly the guy in the base paths that you'd really want, as you got Spoto on third now.
Spoto is 15 of 16 for stolen bases. That brings that now to 16 of 17.
Excuse me, it's Landon Meyer. That's on me.
Oh, Landon Meyer, yeah. He does still have 3 stolen bases on the year, so definitely used to stealing. Twos across the board here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs to Wakui.
Very important pitch here if you're Tucker.
You've got a little bit of room if he wants to kind of throw a chase pitch here. We'll see where he goes. As he will ground that one straight back to Tucker. Tucker flips over to Graham to end the inning. Ouachita down to their final 3 outs of regulation. They need 3 runs to send this one to extras. 4 to win it. Their bats headed your way right after this break.
Victory doesn't just happen on game day. It's earned in the sweat, the silence, the prep. No crowd, no lights, just focus. Because when something unexpected happens like an accident, you need a team that's ready. I've been fighting for clients for over 30 years. There's a reason we're still in the game. And at Taylor King Law, we don't just show up.
We win. On your side, by your side. The winning side.
At Knight Insurance Professionals, we offer local expertise, a professional experience, and the attention to detail that you deserve. Knight Insurance Professionals offers a comprehensive list of commercial and personal insurance products and can fit their products to your needs. Insurance can be complicated. Let us take care of it for you. It's the assurance you're looking for when it comes to protecting what's important to you. Knight Insurance Professionals at 10th and Caddo in Arkadelphia. 870-246-3700. Local, professional, personal.
Pitching change for Southwestern. Connor Watson, the senior from Paris, Texas, transfer from Cal Albert State, takes the mound, listed at 5'10", 180. That's Carl Albert State. My apologies there. His last appearance came April 7th against Science and Arts of Oklahoma. 3 innings of work there. So he is looking to close out. Sidearm action there from Watson.
He's got that submarine pitch. We'll see what he does with it. I mean, obviously, you want to be able to throw something a little different at these final 3 outs. And I think now you also, if you're SWOSU, just trying to use the rest of what you've got in the bullpen. And they still got some guys, just throwing over there, but nothing too official. But the Bulldogs doing everything they possibly can to make sure that this series is a full sweep for them here in Arkadelphia.
And a full sweep of this series would break the tie that was created yesterday between Southwestern and Ouachita in the GAC standings, and it would put Ouachita pretty down there in the standings, and they would be fighting to stay alive in the last couple of series on the road.
And we'll see here what Ouachita does. Reese McWilliams going to lead off the inning.
That one's outside. Watson's second year in Weatherford.
In Carl Albert State, Dalton. Do you know what state that college is in?
No.
It's in Oklahoma, so didn't have to travel too far down the road to go attend Southwestern Oklahoma State. Carl Albert State actually competes yearly with Ouachita in wrestling. So they've been here. Ouachita's been there. And a very strong wrestling program there over at Carl Albert State. What a way to also make it a big tongue twister.
Within the MIAA. 2-2 the count here to Reese McWilliams. As a great play over there at first.
And right there, that's the story of the weekend for the Tigers. I mean, you've got bats to the ball, and McWilliams just inches away, singular inch away from putting himself on first base at the very least. That probably could have doubled him there. And unfortunately, just an incredible play by the first baseman for Southwestern Oklahoma State has this game with no runners on base, only 2 outs away from this being the end of the story for the Tigers today.
Bedwell steps in, looking to get an offensive rally going here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Swing and a miss there for Bedwell.
Bedwell 1 for 3 today. He had the hit earlier. That was the last time Ouachita has hit the ball.
That one's fouled off. Got to stay alive here with 2 strikes in the bottom of the 9th inning. Oh, 2 the count now.
Right there, you saw Watson maybe stumble a little bit off the rubber there. It was able to put it in a position where Bedwell felt it necessary to swing at, but I mean, you can see the strength at which he's throwing these pitches with.
Nothing in 2 once more, and that's going to be swinging strike 3 for Cole Bedwell.
It's rally cap time for the Tigers. Right now, you've got to be able to do whatever you can. No runs on the day. It is just complete zeros across the board for them. We'll see no runners on base, looking bleak, but anything can happen in the sport of baseball. So
Yeager will take that one outside for ball 1. Count even at 1-1 after that pitch. Yeager looking to find something offensively for the Tigers. Not a single Tiger has reached third base today.
And an interesting stat for Ouachita this series, the only inning in which they have scored in is the first, the entire series. So trying to change those tides here.
That one's fouled back. Yeager staying alive.
Also as well with this one, if the Tigers are shut out in this game, still one errant swing away from the end of this one, but it would only be the second time the Tigers have been shut out at home this year.
That one, soft grounder, and the play not able to be made. So a runner on base. Second baseman came charging over to make the play, and Keaton Fisher not able to make it, as we have a runner on first.
Bit of an odd speed that one was put on the ground at, and so Yeager be able to benefit off that. Second baseman also lined up a little too far to the left to be able to get to that and make the play in time. But as far as I'm concerned, Tigers now playing on borrowed time, as that one surely could have been made at first. I'm sure that one will go down as a hit, but something that definitely definitely something that could have been made if it was approached the right way.
We're going to rule that as a single. As Bedwell going to bunt, as we're going to have time called. Hit the bat twice.
And right there, Dalton, is what you call a very lucky break for the Tigers. That bunt, if the official doesn't wave that one off, we're looking at the end of the game and we're going somewhere else after this. But now the Tigers, if they weren't playing on borrowed time before that last play, now they definitely are, something that they really need to take advantage of, as the tying run on deck for them.
On deck for the Tigers is Kendall Cassidy right now. Cassidy had a ball hit out to center that's pretty deep earlier today. as that one will be strike 2 to Cade Bowman. Bowman's first at-bat of today, the sophomore from Little Rock. Be low for ball 2. 2's across the board. Tigers down to their final strike. One just misses. Good location there from Watson.
And Dalton right here. This is about the best way I could say something has to give. This pitch tells the game.
Full count here, 2 outs, bottom of the 9th inning. Runner on first for Ouachita. And that one is going to be grounded to second base. Fisher over to McCrossin to end the game. And Southwestern comes into Arkadelphia and gets the sweep of the Tigers. The Tigers looking to rebound as they look to get on the board. They will be on the road for the rest of the year. And Ouachita 11-16 now in Great American Conference play, 12-15 for Southwestern Oklahoma. That breaks the tie coming into the game. And Isaac, I'm going to point one stat out that I think tells the entire story. In this 3-game series, 31 runners left on base.
And right there, that's 31 runs. You have to understand, that is a high-scoring baseball game anyways, but you have to think you split those across 3 games. The Tigers left an average of just about 10.3 runners on base each game. And in just about every single situation, every single game, if you would have had 10.3 runs, Tigers would have won it. And I think it goes down to just missed opportunities, but also you've got to give credit to the Bulldogs in this series. Incredible defense for them. They've been able to make the tough plays, been able to get on the ground and get the throwouts for them. And I think you have to give SWOSU ultimate credit. Ouachita, they had a great series with the bats. Like, all things considered, they had 17 hits in that first game, only 5 today, but those 5 hits producing 0 runs, and it just goes down to great defense from SWOSU and a little bit better offense for the Bulldogs than the Tigers as well. And it's simple as that, and I think Ouachita going to need to play every single game like it's their last if they want any chance at sending themselves to the GAC tournament now.
And Jared Adams came on today and put on an absolute clinic. 7 innings pitched, 4 hits, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts, and only 95 pitches. And Adams hadn't pitched more than 5 innings since February, so uncharted territory for him. But he says no problem as the Tigers fall here on Saturday afternoon. And that's going to wrap up the broadcast here from Rab Rogers Field. But don't be worried, because we will be at Petsy Langston Field for the final 11 games of the softball series and softball season. And that's going to wrap things up. I appreciate the slew of color commentators that have joined me this weekend. Isaac Bourne, Chris Babb, Jordan Green. And it's been awesome, Isaac. Safe trips back to Kentucky. And that's going to wrap up things for the Ouachita Sports Digital Network. My name is Dalton Reed, and we will see you at the softball field next weekend.
Hi, everybody. This is John Fanta with Fox Sports and the Big East Digital Network.
Hi, this is Brad Sham, voice of the Dallas Cowboys.
I'm Nicole Auerbach.
Kevin Kugler of Westwood One.
Hi, everybody. It's Pete Pranica of the Memphis Grizzlies and Fox Sports Southeast.
Hi, this is Chuck Swirsky with the Chicago Bulls. Our flag 70 to score.
With ESPN. This is Tom Hart at ESPN and the SEC Network. Thanks for tuning in to the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.